6. Command Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 3 best. Rotate.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another day here at V1 Nation. Getting ready to go live on an airplane that we haven't flown on the channel yet. First time for us. It's one I've been wanting to fly. I wanted to fly it yesterday. Weather was moving in. I had to get something, pick up some things, so I had to leave early. So I do apologize for the delayed departure here of our Piaggio 180 Avanti in a custom livery courtesy of Whiskey Throttle, looking absolutely juiceable. We're spawned in. You guys voted for it. I was kind of hoping you would just vote for one long leg so we can really see the performance of this airplane up at 40,000 feet or high 30s, but no, you guys voted for a short 2-leg hopper. The second leg will depend greatly upon coffee delivery service, so we will hang tight for that return leg back to Jackson Hole. Nevertheless, though, it should be a pretty sweet flight out of here. I'm excited to give this bird a shot. I have been flying it on my home PC just last night when I got home, trying to get a handle on it. I have some thoughts, I have some suspicions, and I have some comments, good and bad, but I'm excited to give it a shot and experience this airplane with y'all together here on the channel. I know it's been, I bought it for 2020. It took almost 6 days, I think, for it to show up in my content manager for 2024. So I was really bummed out I didn't have it right away, but about a week later it showed up. So that is good. You do purchase it in 2020 in the marketplace, and then about a week or so it should load up in your content manager in 2024. So with that out of the way, Dougal McTavish, good to see my friend Felix in the house. Nabil is here, Portable Gamer, Logo Lights, Holden Dalton, Maddie K, what's up, man? Andre Henry, it's so ugly, it's beautiful. Drew Smith, AJ Fernari, just in time for a noon meeting. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Zach, really wondering if this bird is worth it. It's cheap, so it should be. Well, that is true, Zach. What is the price of this bird? $20-something? I think it's like $20, right? It's around $20. So for the price, you got to keep in mind the price point of this aircraft. It is a, how do I phrase this? I've been really spoiled by the turbine and piston Dukes. So I think everybody that has those aircraft are kind of like, everything's going to measure up to those. We'll do the measuring live here on stream. There's some things I really like about it. There's some things that I think might be needing some updating. And I did see in the Discord that they are working about, they're talking about doing something with the landing takeoff, I guess really the takeoff physics in 2024. So Mr. Saturday, this is the 2020 version that is just compatible with 2024, or I guess that's how it's worded. I don't know if they are planning an update for 2024 to bring in some new features. I imagine they are, because I think we have some remnants of 2020 with this bird in 2024, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. But before we take off, look at this. I think this guy been standing out on the ramp too long. I saw that and I was like, I don't know if he's supposed to have gray hair or if his fro just froze over, because pretty wild. So, all right. So let's go ahead and give this bird a walk around. I do like this. It's growing on me. When the first time I saw an Avanti, I was like, I don't know what I think about it. And then last night, all I did was watch a Flying with Owen, I think. He's a Avanti, he flies Avantis. So I've been watching nothing but Avanti videos, and I've grown to really like it. I like the catfish. I love fishing. I'm a big fisherman, so it does look like a catfish to me. Plus, I'm Italian, right? So this should be one of my favorite airplanes in the sim. And I'll tell you what, it's got a hell of a sound set, which is a plus. So let's go ahead and do a little walk around. FFX in the house. Good to see you, man. Appreciate it, man. We would have given it to you early. Didn't see you requested from us, and I assumed you wouldn't try it since it's officially only for 2020. FFX Akil, thank you so much, man, for the support. Yeah, I didn't even know, to be honest with you, I didn't even know that y'all were working on Avanti. It's kind of a whole new experience for me. But then once I saw it drop, I was like, okay, I gotta try it, especially since I knew it had Bore sound pack or PT6 sounds. This is a custom livery, and you'll see here, this is real life, Chad. All right, gotta love it. Shout out to my boy Whiskey Throttle, who put this together for me. Kind of a surprise. I didn't even know he was working on it. He was working on it before I even picked up the livery. But it's kind of got like this almost a retro look, but chic, but a European, but just awesome. I love it. Some really good external modeling. I do love the reverse PT6s here. We got two pushers, which is pretty crazy. PT66A or B, I think, is what it is. About 850 horsepower each. It's still technically a reverse flow, but is it actually reverse flow since it's pushing? I think it is. I think technically it's still reverse flow, but because it's still a PT6, it's just weird to think of it. This is really cool here. Come up here, you can check out the cargo compartment. So today's stream, we're going to go pick up some cargo. You can modify what goes in there. We'll come around the back side here. I don't know, FX, if it's something that'll be in a 2024 compatibility update or something, but this is the same with like the Dukes that aren't really officially compatible yet. Like, it would be cool to be able to pull chocks and stuff in the new walk around feature. Just a small little thing, but really good molly. I mean, look at the, you can even see the texturing on the engine plugs there. Pretty dang cool. Akil says expected to come out this Thursday. Ooh, our next update should fix the rotation issue. Okay, well, see, that was my biggest hurdle to this airplane. I wasn't sure if it was something I was doing wrong. I wasn't sure if it was something force feedback was doing wrong, but I guess it's something that has been reported. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. But all right. Yeah, inside the nacelle, there's modeling there. Yeah, Team Vodka, there is. There's actually, I'll show you real quick because I know you want to see it. There's that, you can actually see the, I should have showed this. You can see the inert SEPs. So, and you can even see, like, this is, this is really cool. They've got some like texturing there. So that is the inert SEP, I believe, right? And then if you like hack yourself all the way to the back, you can actually see, I guess this would be the turbine. compressor turbine disc here, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there's definitely some really nice modeling. The modeling is really, really nice on this airplane. Especially an airplane that is so unique in shape. I think if they didn't model it correctly, it just would look really wrong. But it's modeled really, really well. It looks beautiful. It looks just like the real thing, and some really nice detail down here too by the gear, which is pretty cool. I mean, you've got the oleo struts here. All threads are used on this unit are unified. I mean, oleo pneumatic shock absorber. So pretty cool little system here. All right, enough of that. Let's hop into the bird and let's go take it for a spin. So I'm going to get it fired up, and then we'll go over, once we get up to cruise, we'll do some more detailing of the cabin. I do like the EFB. I wish I could turn it. I wish I could manipulate the EFB. Right now, I have automatic steering mode. Ooh, YFX is in the chat. Is there a binding in the simulator to use the mode steer? I know it's a mode steer push button on the yoke. I tried searching all the commands in Microsoft. I didn't see any. I wouldn't imagine there is, but I didn't know if y'all maybe had some like secret coding. Like sometimes, you know, like water rudder used to be nose wheel steering. I don't know if there's a that's going to be on the pipeline, but to have an actual mode steer switch would be kind of cool. Right now, though, automatic steering mode, I have it enabled. We'll talk about that. Flight director pitch sync, no, that's not it. It's actually its own mode, Vodka. So there's a flight director pitch sync over here. This is actually its own unique little steering thing. It's almost like the Lear 35, where you have the steer command on the center pedestal down here. But remember, on the Lear they had so there is the bind is set nose steer. Set nose steer? Really? Okay, well hold on. Let's bind that real quick. Set nose steer. Set nose steer. Where should I bind it? Just for testing purposes, let's bind it to let's just bind it to my tiller, just because let's see if I can find set nose wheel steering to limit. I already have that one bound. I could try that. Let me just try steer. Set steering. Nose wheel steering access. Sorry, so I actually have a set steer. And hopefully it's not just a 2020 bind. I will try I'll try one of these. So I have 4, and I also have set nose wheel steering limit to bound. I have both of those bound up. So hopefully will work. I didn't think to try those, but okay, good to know. What's also cool, engine damage, it does work. I toasted my engines on this one. You can over torque it. Don't over torque it. If you over torque it, the engine health will go down. Pretty cool. Luggage type, this is what you can set this, and then and you can go take a look at it. So right now, since technically I think we're simulating going empty, we're going to go pick up some folks in Boise. We're going to leave the luggage type empty. I got the executive config. We can set our lunch up. Let's go ahead and pull chocks, instrument covers, engine covers. Let's close the main door and the luggage door. With that done, I will go ahead and get rid of the EFB for now. And then we'll get this puppy fired up. FX says currently instead it only switching between taxi and off, but in real life the black button would only switch between takeoff and taxi, with the red one being the one that turns it off. I got you, FFX. All right, yeah. So that's I've been messing with it. You know, short of landing in a stiff crosswind, you can land with it off and then just click the switch here, which is no big deal. So I will play with it on this stream. I understand the system now. It's very similar to the Learjet. So this is cool here. I like this. I'm assuming they had some bug reports that weren't actually bugs. They're features. It's a unique aircraft. It's got its own unique thing. So I actually really like this. So use mode steer to taxi, use ground idle when taxiing. I love that. People probably trying to taxi around in high idle, like, why is it 2 power? I can't slow down. Hydraulics must be on for steering and gear deployment. So I do love that little note there. Cool little deal. I'm going to hide the yoke for now, and let's get this puppy fired up. We're going to go battery on. Oh no, I have the sound bug. You got to be kidding me. This happened to me before. Have you? This is, let me make sure it's not on my end. I had this one other time where I loaded in, I had no sounds. Let me make sure there's nothing on the EFB that I clicked. Yeah, so I reset the executive. Dang it. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll reset it real quick. Restart flight. I wonder if it's... I had that one other time. Just the sounds just kind of disappear. Quick reload, we'll be fine. Quick reload, we'll be fine. We are fine. We already did our pre-flight. Let me load back in here. Let me reconnect to Veo Premium. Let's hop right back in the cockpit. We are good to go. All right, wonderful. So go back to our settings. We'll pull all those things off, and everything looks good. We'll get rid of the iPad. All right, let's boot it up. What? Okay, let me end flight. Sorry, guys. I don't know why. Go figure, right? Go figure. Go figure. Let's try a different parking spot. We'll go one over. We'll start a new flight. Sounds are in the cloud. Sounds are in the cloud. Sounds are in the cloud. See, I don't like that I can't hear it there either. I may have to reload. I've never had it this bad. Ah! We're good. We're juiced up now. We are juiced up now, chat. Let's go ahead and get rid of those covers. Those have been pulled. All right. I don't know what that's all about. 2020 apologist proud right now. No, Zippy, you're going to see this and you're going to be like, why? Can't believe it. All right, so we got the battery switch on. I don't actually know if you can connect ground power to this thing. So what I'm going to do, instead of draining the battery, we're going to start up number 2. We're going to sit there and idle it. So for our pre-engine start, we got battery on. We'll go EPU arm. I'm going to go ahead and turn the wing valve open. Right main pump's coming online. Auto feathers off. Sync is off. We're going to go position light switch, anti-collision to ground. With those set, clear those cautions out. We're going to go ahead and start engine number 2 first. We'll load up the generator and then we will load up our flight plan. So here we go. Take a listen to the sounds on this one. Let me make sure it's juiced all the way up for y'all. Let's go 90% on sim sounds. Here we go. Starting number 2. I love it. They are pretty dang good. So we got number 2 up and running. We'll keep it in ground idle. Actually, I went too far. Want to go ground idle? Yep, it's a PT6. With number 2 in ground idle, we'll go ahead and get the avionics on. Generator is on the line. We'll go ahead and leave hydraulics off until we get everything booted up. So let's get the magic barrel ref set. AHRS is going to align itself. And we'll go ahead and do our pause and knit. We'll load up our flight plan. It does have sim brief. You go over here, go to root menu. Once you set up flight plan recall, we're going to pull this flight in here. We'll execute that. For departing today, we are going to depart off runway 19. We're on the Alpine 4 departure procedure. And we are going all the way out to Idaho. Idaho is set, execute. Going to Boise, arrival. Not quite sure what we're going to land on there. Let's go ahead and just throw in the Zulu 10 right for now. We'll do the Zulu 10 right ILS, and I'm going to see if I filed a star. I can't remember. Yeah, we're on the Court 4 from Reaps. So we'll go ahead and select Court 4, Reaps transition. We'll go straight vectors. We'll execute that. There's our flight plan. I do love ProLine 21. I use ProLine 21 in the citation all the time, so absolutely love to have something different than G1000. You know, it's just nice to have something different with ProLine 21. So perf and knit. Now this I've been loading it via the EFB here, and I've been matching my sim brief. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go flight performance, and we're going to load up. I'm going to take a look at my required fuel. I'm going to take my weights from sim brief and load them in first. So block fuel, because of our alternate, it's actually 1,500 pounds. So I'm going to go. That's going to be, what, 750 a side, just about 750 a side. That puts us at 10,400. And we are estimating takeoff weight is 10.5, which we are basically there. So I will just go a little bit of passengers, about 15%, and then cargo We'll leave it 10, close enough, 10.527. That looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and load that in aircraft. With that loaded in the aircraft, I can consider, and if you do that out here, you'll actually see the airplane squat. So you'll actually see that you are loading weight. I'm just going to try to make my box here for FMS purposes kind of sync up. So let's just say we got 4 packs and our sense fuel is 1507. That checks out. We need to be a total mass of 10.8. So let's go ahead and add a 1,200 pounds cargo. And what that does is it puts us right there at 10.8. All right, so then we'll go to the takeoff. Outside air temp right now is -3. We'll throw that in there. We have the runway in the box, so that should be runway 19. We'll execute. Next page. We've got our V-speeds. Anti-ice is going to be off. Takeoff mid 113. We'll send that to the box, so we are set up perf data-wise. There's our flight plan. We got at or above, 15 at or above. Absolutely wonderful. While I'm looking at it here, these are our trim panel. We're going to come back to that after we start the second engine. I'll set a top altitude, and then we'll fire up number 1. We got no ATC online. I think we're going up to 31. 31,000 is set. All right, let's go ahead and start number 1. Cross-gen start. I should have read this procedure. Let's go flight idle on number 2. Now let's go ahead and wing on. Left main. Turn in 1. Waiting for about 13% NG. Fuel on. Your prop lever is actually your condition lever in the Avanti, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the yoke vibration, that's coming from my my yoke right here. Force feedback. All right, so we got a good start. Starter switch is off. Left generator's coming online. Let's go ground idle on both. We're ground idle. I'm going to go standby pumps. Auto feather is off. Auto sync is off. We'll go hydraulics on. We'll go taxi lights on. We're going to leave the bleed air off because that's what flying with Owen does until he takes the runway. So with that set, let's go ahead and set our pitch trim. You can hear the tick, 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 tick. Takes a minute to run that trim all the way down. Should be about middle position. And then I'll talk about the trim here before we blast off. But that sound, albeit annoying, is exactly what it sounds like in the real airplane. Trust me, I watched videos all night long on this thing. We're going to also leave the caution light on. I think that's kind of a secondary backup thing. At least the way the flying up with Owen. I don't know if you fly for Clay Lacey or something, but it's so you don't actually take off with that in your face. You can see we got our radar, our terrain radar up here. I don't know if the actual radar works. We'll go radar, traffic on. We'll zoom the range. We'll go 12.5. Let's go 5 miles. It's gonna be pretty tight in. That set, we'll go ahead and hit the TO button. So we're TO. We're gonna be nav on departure. And we got 113 set there on the speed bug. So that looks good. We also need to be on 22.8, or actually, what's the Unicom for this place? Let's go CTAF. KJack is 118075. So there's two ways. There's 2 ways to do it. You can tune it here, or if you're lazy, and I think for sim purposes, this is actually easier for sim purposes. 118075. You just come down here to your FMS and you hit the tune button. So it's remote tuning, which is pretty cool. Love ProLine. That's ProLine 21. This is almost the exact same ProLine 21 setup that I'm used to flying. Some of the manipulators are different though. Like I know what I'm trying to look for. It's just sometimes like the way that like there's a manipulator down here. Things are just a little bit different than what I'm used to. But I'm sure after a couple of flights, we'll be able to figure it out and get proficient. So we got steer taxi on. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let me make sure my radio works. Push the talk switch is bound. But not push to talking. So let's make sure we are. COM 1 is out and on. I think this is Iveo Premium, just give me a hard time. It is. Alright, and we are squawk code 4201. I forgot to put that in. Let's put the 4201 in the back. So let's go 4201 down here. And we'll go TARA. That looks good. Alright. Jacksonville traffic, Piaggio 357 Bravo Sierra, gonna taxi really 19er. Alright, brakes off. We'll keep it in ground idle. Let's go. Gonna have to clip through a wing here probably. Sorry, dude. Just took him out. This plane is not a streaming, Oscar. No, this is in. Well, actually, that's a good question. I don't know because it was in my. I had to enable it in my content manager. I don't know if it's streamed. That's a good question. I do not know the answer to that. What I think is funny is they actually call the flaps mid. So you have up, mid, and down. Mid is used for takeoff. We're stuck on something here. It's streamed since you don't have the community package. I got you. Okay, so this aircraft is streamed. Having a lower set of manipulators on the dash, you could toggle blacks would be nice. Cool. Mr. Saturday, that's a great point. I don't know if how that would be, if that would be enabled or not. Now, here's the thing, Mr. Saturday. It's not. You don't. The thing with the Proline 21 is it's a lot like the Airbus in a certain ways. There's different ways to accomplish the same thing. So, like, for instance, if I want to mess with like settings menu up here, I could probably do it via one of these side keys. Like here, I can change the upper format from here to full screen to half and half to checklist, FMS text, which is how I'm going to keep this here. Change the lower format. Now you can kind of manipulate multiple things. Now this is what's different though, is you can actually save your memory 1, 2, and 3 and your escape button and all that. Push select. So there's a couple different ways to get to the same thing. Does it have an ECL? What is that? It's important to note that the planes aren't really streamed in the same way as Netflix. They're downloaded to your rolling cache. They get excited. Oh, okay, I got you, Aaron. Thank you. Other than slightly higher compression, is there any advantage of not having to reverse the airflow? Yeah, you can. It's your turbine can run at optimum speeds without having any stress on the engine. Electronically controlled lumbar support. Ooh, I don't know. Does it? I don't think that's what it is. I think A-Rod's pulling one on me, but... Oh, electronic checklist. I don't know if it does. I know the checklist function is up here. I think if it was on here, I would have the checklist here. I don't believe it is simulated. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Escape off there. Now, one other thing I noticed is normally when I flew this, we'd have green and yellow needles, and it has to do with who's on what source. So, I'm trying to remember. I think these are linked. Or can I put the... Oh, I can't put the FO on VOR2? I wanted to put the FO in FMS. Well, I guess there's only one FMS. So maybe not. Maybe it's because there's only one FMS. When you have dual FMS, then you have 1 and 2, then the yellow is the second FMS. Yeah, on the Proline, I fly the FO should be yellow since he's on FMS 1. Right. But I think, I could be wrong, Jonah, maybe because there's only one FMS, that they're both pink, because you can't split them, I'm assuming. But yeah, that's just another, yeah, VOR1, VOR2. It looks like they're linked. Or, well, because there's only one, then he should be yellow. Yeah. Either way, somebody should be yellow up here. I don't know how to make them yellow. Yeah, the FO should be yellow up here. Wait, there's a moose? Where's the moose? Did I miss a moose? I'm down here messing with my FMS needles. Did I miss a moose? Where's the moose? Oh, there's a moose. Look at all the mooses. That is awesome. We have meese. We have meese. Alright, we're gonna hold short here real quick. Brake set. Checking something real quick. Okay, we're good. All right, so for takeoff, what we're going to do here, we're going to go, the bleed air's coming on, that's coming on, we're going to go low, low, auto feather on, sync is off. I think the pumps stay in standby, and pressurization is set. So let's go ahead and clear the caution and get out of here. Jacksonville traffic, Piaggio, 7 Bravo Sierra, departing runway 19er, out to the south, Jacksonville. Okay, so as we take the runway here, I will say I have had a issue with rotating the aircraft. It seems like it gets stuck on the ground, and then it just jumps off at full deflection and stalls. Now, I can really finagle it, and sometimes it doesn't happen, but most of the times it does happen. So, and I think FX said they're working on an update that should be out on Thursday, which would be tomorrow, which would be really cool to see if that addresses this behavior. We'll see if we get it today as we line up here. Now, one other thing I noticed is I don't know if that is related to the stiction or friction on the ground, because I feel like the performance numbers in climb look pretty dang good. I feel like the ground roll is excessively long, so I don't know if there's like a friction issue that's causing things to stick. Oh, I'm not on IPO Premium. I got disconnected. There we go. There we go. I'm reconnected. Thank you. So Randuxry, I gotta keep my pitch trim back here. If it's at the top, I run out of runway and I go off the end of the runway. So I'm gonna keep it in the middle for now. Now, while we're on the runway, there's a couple other things here. We're gonna go steer to TO, which, or actually, I gotta go. I'm gonna turn the auto mode off. So I'm going to turn automatic steering mode off, and basically how this functions is the steering mode in taxi is a high gain. You can really turn that nose wheel. On takeoff mode, which you would toggle right here, steer takeoff, this is going to limit the nose wheel's deflection. So it's better for landing a crosswind, still gives you that lateral control. And then to disengage, you would hit the MSWS down here on this part of the stick. So let me see if I can toggle steer TO. Steer taxi. Wait, steer TO? Steer taxi? Oh, it does. It is bound. Okay, that's cool. All right, cool. So we've got it bound. Thank you, FX. So yeah, set steering to limit vodka is the binding that worked for me for 2024. So I just used the same binding and that worked. We got steer TO is set. We are ready to go. We're going up to 310 TO is set. Bringing our props up. Key 6, thanks for the $5 super chat. Sorry, folks, we're closed. The moose out. I told you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Key 6. Hopefully the moose isn't off the end of the runway, because I have a feeling we might run out of runway. So let's go ahead and set power. A little bit of over, like you see the prop there kind of goes over the governor. That might be user error. Auto feathers armed. Let's go. Set torque. Takeoff power set. So just keep in mind the ground roll here. I don't know if there's a friction issue or 2024 issue. just seems like the acceleration is a little bit slow. It's already past 1,500 feet. We just passed 2,000 feet. There's rotate. Now watch this. I'm going to just ever so slightly. Yeah, see? It just jumps off the ground. I barely even, it's like it's stuck to the ground. Anyway, let's go ahead and fly it away. Positive rate. Gears coming up. Out of runway. Gears up. We'll go auto feathers off. Synchro phasers on. Lower the nose there before we stall it there. But yeah, see, that throws me off every time I depart. We'll go yaw damp, flight level change. Nav. I'm going to bug 160. But see here, the acceleration. I still have flaps mid, but like I really can't accelerate here. I'll just go flaps up here, then I think we'll get better climb perf. So maybe it's a 2024 perf issue. But anyway, flaps are up. We're accelerating for 160 knots. That's me trimming it down. Look how sweet the props look. You can see the Texas flag on them. All right, 160. Or flight level change. Pretty much a straight out departure now. Pretty cool coming up through the hills here. Way better than the clacker on the Lear. I agree, Vodka. I'd rather listen to the woodpecker than the Lear clacker. Absolutely. Hot Shot's in the house. What's up, man? Just enjoying some Hot Shot sound. So I'm going to go ahead and engage the autopilot here because I want to take a look at the perf number. So autopilot's engaged. We're LNAV1. Flight level change and out. We'll zoom. I'm going to hide. Actually, now that we've taken off, I'm going to hit the MSW, which disengaged my autopilot. Re-engage the autopilot. There we go. Steer is off. Now I'm going to hide the yoke. Displays. All right, 160 out of 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead. Oh, I forgot the takeoff lights. Fastest seatbelt should have been on. And we'll go ahead and stow the taxi light. There is a speed limit on that. I forgot to show it, but the landing taxi light deploys out of the nose. It's really cool. I'll show it on the next one. Now, I have never messed with. Oh, first and foremost, let me turn the sim down a little bit. Have I tried the headphone simulation mode? Yeah, I will. Oh yeah, dude, Hotshot, I love it, man. I will. I'm hoping you can bring that to the Dukes too, man. But yeah, he's got the ANR on here. I got to find how we're going to get through the anti-ice here. So we have forward wing, anti-wing. I don't know why we have a boots de-ice switch. Oh, we have boots on this one. Do we have boots? I thought this was a heated wing. That looks like a heated wing to me. Maybe some have boots. I don't think we're picking up any ice though. I know it will accumulate ice because I've seen it, so we'll just keep an eye on it for now. We do have our pitot heats and window heats on though, so we're looking good. This is real life, Chad. Here we go. Out through the breakout. T Sizzle, thank you for the 27 months of support, man. Appreciate you. Let's go back to full screen cam. Is the model the current version of the Avanti? No, this is the current version for 2020. So I believe FX said they were doing an update here for 24, or there's an update Thursday anyway to address some of that ground handling. But yeah, I don't know. I've stalled it multiple times. I've tried different trim settings. I've tried trim all the way down. I've tried trim forward. But what also is what I think is interesting is that it I don't know if that should be off, synchrophaser on, is the ground roll just seems a little excessive. I'm gonna bump up the torque here. Get some good climb perf, go 95. And for headphone simulation, as we continue to climb out, we'll turn on our ANR. And just like that, we've got our Bose headsets on as we're climbing out. I'll wait for the 24 update with Diff Get This Bird. It looks and sounds so sweet. Yeah, the sounds are wonderful. The hand flying is great. It's the takeoff that's, to me, I can't get my head around. I don't know if it's something with 24 or maybe something that is going to be addressed in the update. We'll see. Is that real ice? Thanks, AJ, for the support, man. Thanks for the $3 stream chat. It looks like real ice. Look at the streaks coming off here. So what's cool about the Avanti, too, is it's such a high-tolerance airplane. Like, everything has to be in just spec perfectly. They say that if you have a bunch of bugs on the leading edges and stuff, it actually reduces your performance to an extent. Like, it's basically like if HK made an airplane, they'd make a Piaggio if they were Italian and not German. Because like it's a super leaned out, just spec to perfection airplane for performance. You'll get light jet numbers performance wise. You'll get the light jet performance numbers in a prop, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it would definitely smoke a Vision jet. So I think this is, I don't know, like 8 mil though, isn't it? Let's go ahead and do a bank angle check to the right. Yeah, Nabil, it goes all the way up to 410 too. Isn't that crazy? All right, here comes our breakout. Midday breakout. Yeah, we're going to get one, Zippy. We're going to get a real life sticker. We're going to get one. Flight Effect says rotation and landing should be addressed in the next update. Excellent. Hey, I love the Vision Jet too, man. Except, I mean, I loved it so much. I was looking at what they cost to buy, and then I was in career mode, and I had a electrical failure. That led to an engine failure. A single engine IMC over the mountains. I said, yep, I think I'm going to stick with 2 engines from now on. Yeah, we flew that Vision Jet a lot, though. Do you prefer the citation of the P-180? Which citation? Which citation? Depends. You mean, I've never flown a Piaggio in real life, so I don't know if I like. The citation's near and dear to my heart, man. That was the first jet. First jet I ever flew was a 550. I flew the 550 Bravo. So, the citation near and dear to my heart, man. Cessna citation or P-180? Well, we don't have a good citation in the flight sim, or in flight sim yet, right? So, I'm not on X-Plane. I know there's a 525, I think, for X-Plane. But I don't have that. So, for me, I mean, P-180 right now, man. P-180 is all we got. What do you get for cruise speed? Fred, it'll be, like I said, it'll be light jet numbers for cruise speed. I think depending anywhere like 360, 380 TAS. I think the max is 7.0 Mach. So with ISA plus 3, it's a little bit warmer. Right now we're doing 210. Let's keep climbing out. We're going to take it all the way up to 31. We'll see what numbers we get. Let me see what I did file, though, for cruise out. I filed 30, so we actually need to be going to 30. Let's adjust that. There's 18,000 feet. Push standard STDs are set once and twice and thrice. I'm not sure if there's a standard up on there. Let's go ahead and set 300 for our top altitude. 300 is set. Go ahead and get rid of the terrain. I'll put you just on radar. I don't know if the weather radar works or not. Let's see. Looks like, wait, it's standby T0. Where's the radar panel? Down here, maybe? No. So radar is in standby, tilt 0. Oh, right here. Tilt range. GCS, ground control stabilization. Not sure what that is. Turn the refs page off. Nav bearing, radar. Push for auto tilt. Yeah, I'm not sure how to, if it's modeled turn on or not. Looks like a plane that some dude named Owen would fly. Hot shot. I know, dude. Well, I don't know if you were here, man. I was watching Flying with Owen videos all night last night. I'm hooked. Victor, appreciate you stopping by, leaving the like, my man. Looks like a well-done plane for the price point and it has more sounds. That's the thing, Turk. That's the thing, man. For $25, you get a Proline 21, fantastic sounds, and the flight model is pretty unique. And when I think about it, it's much louder out here than I was anticipating. You got a pretty small wing out there. You have two wings. You got a forward wing and an aft wing. It's not a canard. It's actually a forward wing. It's referred to as a forward wing. But it hand flies like a minivan with a 5,000 horsepower engine and tiny little wings. Like it's got a niche flight model that I really like. I really enjoy it. It's not meant to be a negative in any way, but I feel like I'm flying something that looks like an Avanti when I'm hand flying it around. Do you know what makes it not a canard? Yeah, it's not a canard. It's not. It's technically a wing. So, sorry, someone was texting me. That was a great explanation. But would you ask? It's not a wing. It's not for stabilization. It's actually a lifting surface. So, I think you guys probably Google it. So basically, a canard is for stabilization, where in this is actually designed as a lifting surface, as a forward wing. Like the Starship has a canard, and it also has flaps. It's got its own set of flaps. You can't say it's a Ferrari. It's a. Here we go, slow. I got it. If Ferrari made a minivan, or if Ferrari made a would be like a 10-passenger van, it would be a Piaggio. Canards are a movable control surface. There you go. Hold on, I'm coordinating coffee delivery. Ferrari minivan, you know what? I'm down. Exactly, Mr. Saturday. Gosh, look at these clouds. That was beautiful. Beautiful sunny day here. Nope, Nabil, I'm not saying that. Bill's Mafia, what's up? We already have a minivan. It's called a Honda Jet. Yeah, that's a... So, if Honda made a minivan, they would make the Honda Jet. If Ferrari would make a minivan, it would be the Avanti. Air ravioli. Time for pizza? Almost. We'll get to cruise. We'll do a cabin tour. The cabin's actually pretty cool. It's very highly detailed. The P-180 is still considered turboprop? Yes, absolutely. It isn't a hydrogen power. No, it's definitely a twin PT6, and they're actually counter-rotating PT6 propellers. You can see they're counter-rotating. Counter-rotating reverse flow PT6 engines. Free turbines. There are pushers in this, though, which is so crazy. Instead of pulling, we're pushing air. What's also pretty cool, fun fact, is for anti-ice on the blades, there is no blade heat for the PT6 because it's the way that the exhaust is. The exhaust heats the blades, which in turn makes it pretty dirty. You got to keep the blades clean. But the exhaust heats the blades. You have bleed air for the wings, to my knowledge. I don't know why we have a boot switch. Maybe it's just an option. And then the tail, I don't know if the tail is heated or not. I can't tell. But yeah, we have boots de-ice. I'm not sure what that's for. If there is a rotation issue, there's also a landing issue like the nose slamming. Yes. It like, the best way I can describe it is it's like you're holding two magnets that are you're holding two magnets apart, and as you get closer, they just snap right into place. But Flight Effects said that that is going to be fixed on their latest patch, which is supposed to be tomorrow, I think, Thursday. So I will be leaving super early at 1:45 in the morning to go to work tomorrow, unless somebody picks up my trip. So I will not be here for the next couple of days. You guys will be on your own. Dumb question. Are there flaps on the little wings? Yes, there are. There are flaps. You can see them right here. There are flaps right here. And they correspond with the main flap lever here. So you have one flap lever up, mid, and down. And they deploy in sequence with the main flaps. So right now we're still doing, look at this, we're doing 1,000 feet per minute, trying to run it not super hot. We're only doing 810. I think Flying with Owen likes to run it like between 780 and 790 ITT, so I'm pushing them a little bit harder here. But even not at max climb, we're doing 1,000 feet per minute out of 26,000 feet in a turboprop. Pressurization on this thing is pretty crazy. It's crazy pressurization. It's a 9 PSI cabin, which for a turboprop, that's pretty good, man. 9 PSI on the cabin diff, pretty powerful turboprop. It's literally light speed, or it's performance of a light jet in a twin PT6. It's a pretty crazy turboprop. Man, that is a beautiful shot, though, right there. What's cool, too, is at night. I did a night flight last night, and this is like lights up green here. It just looks really cool. The night lighting is really cool. Maybe we'll do a return leg in sunset. We'll switch the time zone, do a sunset flight going back to Jackson Hole. At 34,000 feet, I get about 360, 70 tasks. Will H, do you fly this thing for real? So you get 340, let's see, at flight level 340, 360 to 370 knots tasks at 600 pounds an hour total. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Right now we're 246 tasks at a 27, and we're burning 390 a side, so it's just under 800. Oh, in the sim. Okay, okay, well, oh, I thought you were dropping some real numbers. There is a manual, I think, available on the Discord, maybe? I thought I saw something about it. I probably should have read the manual. I'm sure Flight Effects is like, I'm never watching one of your streams again if you don't read the manual. But I'm pretty sure there's a manual there. There's not one in the install folder, though, because I looked. Have you ever had a 1 a.m. van time? Oof. That's a... I don't know if I've had a 1 a.m. 1 a.m. van time. That's pretty early. That would mean that you're pretty much doing a 2:45, 3 a.m. departure. That's pretty rare. I've had 3 a.m. van times. You can see here now we're starting to get close to the temp limit. So I'm going to pull it back just a hair. So out of 25,000 feet, the temps really start to, you go temp over torque. That's a turboprop thing. So at about around 25,000 feet, remember it depends every day, is different, but typically that 25,000 foot mark, you really got to pay attention. We'll pull back. We only got another 1,000 feet to go here. We'll be off. We'll level it off. I've had some 3 a.m. van times because 5 a.m. departures. It's about right now. I have a trip next month that is a 4:30 report time, which for me that means I have to leave the house at 3 a.m., which means I gotta get up at 2:15. That's as early as I've pretty much gone as a 4:30 report, because that's it's 45 minutes prior to showtime, so 5:15 departure time. Whoever books a ticket at 5:15 a.m., you are the bane of my existence. Why do you even fly that early? There's no need to be departing anywhere at 5 o'clock in the morning. You might as well take the red eye the night before and just get in at 5 a.m. That's just, it's gross, man. Discord 100-page manual. There you go. Manual on website. Cool. I will have to check it out before I make any more errors. All right, we've leveled off at 30,000 feet. It's a smooth ride here. Let's go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off. You're now free to move about the cabin. Ding. This should be in air. There's actually, my binds are not exactly where I want them. This is a 3-position anti-collision, ground, air, and off, and then a position light. So that's all set up. Let's see what kind of perf speeds we get here as we accelerate. We do have a 50-knot headwind. And we're about to make the turn at Ida. So let's go ahead and watch it from external view. 6:15 is acceptable. 6:15 is respect. That's just an early bird. Mostly when flying back to the East Coast from California. Yeah. I'm an early flyer because I love to get to my destination at 8 a.m. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're leaving at 5 a.m., you're going cross country, man. 3-hour flight, 8 a.m. Jeez. I think I get to the hotel. I'll be at the hotel at 9, which is 8 a.m. Dallas time. I'm going east. So I will be at the hotel when everyone's waking up. All right, we just leveled off here, making the turn at Ida. Looking good. I do like the heading sync function, which is nice. I kind of want to sit here and see what kind of speeds we get before I pull the power back. I'm going to start booking all my Whiskey November Airbus flights at a DFW at 5 a.m. Don't open Chrome. No, I've got Chrome open, but I'm not going to open it. Now, I changed the setting on Chrome, so hopefully I won't have the issue again, even if I do open Chrome. Which is worse, very early or very late arrival? A very late arrival, man. Because typically, what the worst one, to be honest with you, is a really late arrival that you're not prepared for. So, like, even if you're going to do a red-eye flight, you attempt... I think we're actually... Are we getting some radar return here? We are. We're actually getting some default weather radar return, which is good. I like that. I'm a proponent of default weather radar. The worst case scenario for a crew, or at least for me, is a really late that's unpredicted, because you're not rested. You're not even. You could tell yourself, well, yeah, we were delayed 4 hours, but you sit in the airport for 4 hours. You're supposed to be home at 10 p.m. and now you're not landing till 2 a.m. Those are very long nights, man. Those are very long cruise. When you're not supposed to be flying, you're supposed to be in your bed asleep, and you're still on the descent coming down on the arrival. I had one of those last month. It was not awesome. Uncheck keep Chrome running in background. Really, Mr. Saturday? I don't think I turned that one off. I might turn that one off too. As an A320 pilot for 4 years, I feel like being late is embarrassing, not just for us pilots, but even for the passengers. You'll get over it, man. Trust me. By year 10, you'll be like, I just got to take care of myself and my body, and that way I can keep the passengers safe. Being late is just part of the game, man. No one likes to be late. I don't like to be late. One thing that I do is, if we are late and we're getting delays and stuff is I try to be. I'm one of the pilots that are more chatty over the PA. Like I will make more announcements than not enough. So like I'll make an announcement. I'll set the chrono for 15 minutes, and if it hits 15 minutes and there's no update, I will still make another PA saying, "Hey, we're working on it. I haven't heard anything yet. I'll get back to you here, and when I hear something, restart the chrono." I feel like the more you communicate, the more they understand that you're getting frustrated too. And I'll express my frustrations too. I'll be like, "Look, I'm very sorry." Like one of my least favorite. What is embarrassing is when you pull up to a gate and you can't park there either because there's another plane on it, or you don't have rampers, or there's a vehicle in the safety zone, and you're sitting there. That's the worst part, especially if it takes a long time. So I think it lets the passengers realize that you're more human. You're not just part of the operation, that there are humans up front. We do have emotions as well. We don't like being late any more than anyone else likes being late, but V1 on the PA, we're still stuck, chat. Yeah. I was late last trip because I had to make a baptism, but I felt no shame. Blew up the crew. Hey, A-Rod, I've been there too, man. Pittsburgh. Freaking Burrito Beach got me. I had a burrito in Chicago. We're doing a Pittsburgh turn out of Chicago. Burrito Beach hit me literally at door close in Pittsburgh. I said, I gotta go up top. There are those that have, and those that have not yet. So, all right, let's take a look at the cabin. The cabin is pretty cool. So I'm going to leave the power set here as we accelerate. I want to see what kind of actually let's pull the props back in here. Let's go 19. Let's go 1800. I love the prop sounds. I should have turned off my noise canceling for this. Boris is the PT6 master. He's the sound master in general, but I can't fly any other. He's ruined career mode for me because we only have what I do there to my torque. Why my torques just fall off? I think that's my Honeycomb Bravo doing the weird thing there. He ruined the PC-12 for me in career mode. Why is my number one prop not syncing here? What's going on here? Huh, that's weird. Ooh, what? Hold on, I can't hear. I don't. I'm going to turn this off so I can hear what the hell's going on, and then let's turn you off for a second. Maybe 1800 is. See, I think what's happening is I'm moving my prop lever, and it's like dragging my torque as well. I might have to space my throttles out on this. I normally do. I just so happen to have them next to them on this setup. Alright, that's close enough. Right now we're truing out at 381. 387 aside. I'll let the synchro phaser try to do something there. I think that's just something in my Bravo throttle. Alright, with that said, what kind of lunch are we going to have today? Let's do a pizza. We got pizza, and we are executive config. Alright, get rid of you. You guys have control, don't touch anything. Let's take a look at this very spacious cabin. So, this is mid-size corporate jet, mid to large-size corporate jet width here. I mean, this is a 10 cabin, probably in its widest point. I think I saw that somewhere. But this is a very large cabin. So, fourth prop, very fantastic. What do we got here? We even got tray tables. Or whoa, what do we got in here? Joe blows whiskey. Okay, I've never opened up any of these things. Can you open up all of them? Wow, you sure can. We got chips. Goodness. Coca-Colas, Pepsis, 7-Up. Some Evian water bottles. Delicious snack bars. And Dumas cakes. We got some plateware there. What's up in here? I haven't opened up all these. A coffee maker. The Blue Dipper. It's not a Ninja. Uninstalling. Ninja or bust. What do we got in here? We got some creamers. Tell me we have regular sugar. Okay, good. We have regular sugar, not those powdered cancers. We don't want any of those. This open up? We got napkins in here? Wow, every single thing opens up. That is a crazy selection, Adele. All right, here's our pizza. So we have a real fancy bird, but we're eating some pizza. I don't know what kind we got here. We've got some pepperoni and green peas with peanuts on it. Looks sus. I'm more of a cheese and prosciutto guy myself. Now this is cool. This is part of Whiskey Throttle here. Look at the laptop. Somebody's watching American Made. Gotta love Barry Seal. I love Barry Seal. Can we close it up? Oh, lunch is done. I didn't mean to click there. What else can I click? I'm just looking at... Whoa, the sweet swivel. The seat swivel? Okay, so I haven't been back here. What else can I click on? What? They recline too? Dude, this might be the most highly detailed cabin I think I've ever been in. What does that do? Oh, it's a TV monitor. So we can have in-flight entertainment in the Piaggio. That is pretty cool. Nabil says, I'm doing movie night this weekend, pushing 10 plus American Made. All right, Nabil. That is, yep, that's a great movie selection. I'm thinking about dropping my trip and doing the same thing and just flying Piaggios. Should I do that? Should I just drop my trip? Should we fly all week? We'll see. Let's go back here. Is there a lab? Well, I'm sure the lab functions. Is it a honeypot? What do we got here? Ugh. Excuse me. Hold on, let me get in here. Excuse me, thank you. Can I close the door? I don't think you can close it. No privacy. I guess you just gotta do what you gotta do. All right. You got your loo here. It's a pretty comfortable seat. Oh, there is a door. Oh, much better. Okay, cool. You never know. Those Italians are kind of crazy, man. Wouldn't surprise me if there was no door. What do we got down here? We got some stuff for water. Where's water at? This is water's drawer right here. Tissues, lotion, and a rag. What's in here? Ah, for the civilized people of the chat, we got toilet paper. What on earth is that? Are those? Okay, I think those are sandy wipes. Okay, at 1 second I thought it was something else. They're wipes. Flushable wipes. Dude wipes. We got some more dude wipes up here. Never leave without dude wipes. I keep them in my boat. Oh, we have a light? Oh, this is crazy. We're gonna have to do a night flight on the way back. See if does the seatbelt sign work? If we turn the seatbelt sign on? Here's the closet. We got our luggage in here. We are packed for Jackson Hole. We got some extra jackets. Cool. This will be an interesting window right here. Would you just be looking? Oh, I don't think it's an actual window. Oh, it is. I was gonna say you're gonna be looking directly at the engine. Maddie K, you better not get stuck in there. Thanks, Maddie K, for the $2 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Oh, look how fancy the doorknob is. Look at this. This is the, oh my gosh, it rotates down here. So you get full privacy. There's more privacy in this bathroom than like a regular public restroom. That's crazy. Look at that Italian design, dude. I'm starting to like this airplane more and more. I'm really starting to like this bird. What we need whiskey to put like pushing 10 or something on this screen, so you can dual movie. Or put the V1 YouTube channel here on this one. So you're streaming both. How do I stow you? Start clicking around, I get nervous. I'm gonna. Okay, that's the click spot to release it. I got you. The window shades work? Of course they do. There's some serious detail in this cabin. Now, I don't like messing around the door. That makes me nervous. We got an old sat phone here. Oh, got another drawer. Ooh, FSC Light magazine. All right, very cool. Ah, de croissants. We need a test.exe in here. Have you heard of Roger Reeves? He hired Barry Seal and has help. Yes, I have, dude. Yes, Jack, I listened to Roger Reeves' entire podcast on the Sean Ryan Show a while ago. If you guys want to hear some crazy story, look up Roger Reeves on the Sean Ryan Show. It's Elite. No, it's Elite. It's Elite. Wait, it's Elite. It's Elite. It's not Elite. FS Elite? FS Elite? Why would it be FS Elite? It's FS Elite. Because it's Elite. Look, we're flying over some weather though right now. So this is actually pretty cool. Man, I wish you guys voted for the long flight because I wanted to take this thing up to 40. 252 true. Or no, sorry, 397 TAS, almost 400 knots true. Ground speed of 357. Just shy of 800 pounds an hour at 30,000 feet. You take this up to mid-30s, it'd be much more optimized, I'm sure. We're kind of low right now. We could have probably gone up to 35 for this flight. I said FS, you said Elite. Wait, what? You said FS Elite. Oh, I said FS Elite. What is FS Elite? FS Elite? Elite? I don't know, dude. Linear. It's linear. All right? Look at this. Appreciate you, Jack. Glad you like the videos, man. Eagles are elite. Cowboys are elite. Oh my gosh. Where's Zippy at? Zippy? Our 2020 apologist. Somebody tell me that does not look like the most amazing thing you've seen. That looks stunning. And it's actually referencing the radar. You see the radar returns down there? That's legit. There's a little bit of a clear space. We've got some convective activity on our left. This looks like real life, Nabil. This is real life, dude. Look at that. Look at that thing of beauty there. Man, I love this livery too. I really like this livery. It's got such a good vibe on it. Old school V1 logo right there. This is elite, y'all. They look the same as what I get with Atmos. True. Yes and no. In all honesty, you're right, Zippy. The Atmos, if you could run Atmos on 2020, very good. It's very, very good. Wait, what? Hold on. My wife is stuck outside. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta meet my wife here real quick. You have control. Don't touch anything. Our tea has been delivered. Our tea has been delivered. We are cooking with gas now. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. Question, will the Piaggio let you select beta in flight? I say we find out. I don't know. Don't want to find out. You can damage the engines. The engine damage is modeled, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Nate, this weather is looking awesome. All right, how far out are we? We are approaching TOD. So another thing with this bird is it does not slow down very easily. So, gotta kind of stay ahead of it. I'm gonna go ahead and set 16 for now, and I gotta pull up the charts. Oh, let's use the actual chart. I just loaded it over here, so that's why it stuttered out. I feel like this is going to crash my sim using that. Let's get rid of that. Let's use this EFB. Oh, you can see when we were messing around, I temped those engines out. I already knocked the health back. There's no spoilers or air brakes on this. There is not. Navigraph, though. It does the flicker thing for me because I think I have to like enable a G-Sync something for the... But if I just go to my normal charts... There we go. It should... I don't know why it does this on that map page. It's probably something with the monitor setting. We're on the Court 4. And bottom altitude is going to be 8,000 feet. So here's our vertical deviation. So I'm on a vertical speed. And actually, can I have vertical advisory? VNAV path, down we go. So here is the VNAV path donut where it wants you to be. So you vertical speed it down and lock it in and you'll join the path. Now we need to set 8,000 for the bottom. So it has like it's technically an advisory VNAV, or I can't remember what they call it. It's not a true VNAV, but as long as you put the altitudes in the box. Now we have the altitudes in the box because we loaded up an arrival with altitudes. It will give you an advisory descent. So it's like having VNAV, but you have to kind of manually do it. Great Italiano aircraft. Hi, everybody from Milano. Hey, Nicola. Welcome on board, my friend. Yeah, the more I fly this bird, the more I like it. I did 2 flights in it last night, and I was impressed. And the thing is, too, you got to keep in mind price point. For $25, we're getting an alternate to like a default King Air, right, which is really default. You have the Dukes, the Turbine Duke, which is on like a different level. It's definitely more expensive. It's more deeply simulated than the Avanti. However, your regular A to B flying in this bird is you're going to have a lot of fun doing it, especially if we get that update out this week and we can maybe see some better takeoff landing characteristics. I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy it because, like I said earlier, it has a very unique handling characteristics, and I like it. I'm going to start pulling power back here as we're descending down, trying to catch up to that vertical deviation there. Might have to shallow it out a little bit, bring some more power off. Can't remember, is my I like turning ANR off. It's not as loud. It's not as loud as having the engines and up on the wings going forward, I think. Yeah, it's a pretty quiet cabin. It does not have slats. No, it just has flaps and secondary wing flaps. The Bill XTX has been doing great, man. Knock on wood. XTX has been doing great. Check something over here on Chrome. Please, Chrome, don't crash my sim, Chrome. Man, I missed the pooch on that. Screw the pooch on that. What's my opinion about it? Nicola, I like it. I do like it a lot. I think I really want to see what the next update is that's supposed to be coming out on Thursday, tomorrow, for this bird. I want to see if it addresses some of the handling on the ground, which, not really on the ground, just takeoff and landing. That's the only part that kind of sticks out. It kind of, I don't want to say it ruins it for me, because I still have fun flying it. I enjoy the systems that are simulated. I enjoy the sounds. But takeoff is a bit of a challenge right now, and it's being reworked. So other than that, I mean, I think it's a pretty darn good aircraft, man. And what I also really love is its Proline 21. I'm just so tired of seeing G1000 in every single add-on that we have on the sim. So I welcome Proline 21. I welcome round gauge. I like this stuff, man. Mix it up. Mix it up. I could only handle so much G1000. Why the blades on the back? Because they're pushers, man. They're pushers. Italians got to do something different. Eurofighter has elevons, but not this bird. Yes. These do not move. Like a canard. With a canard. Do canards move too? These are fixed with flaps. You can't change the angle of attack on the forward wing unless you deploy the flaps. A350 G1000 stream when? Speaking of Turk, when is that A350 coming out? Anybody know? It would probably come out tomorrow, since I go to work tomorrow. I bet you that's what'll happen. So how do pushers perform a difference in performance? I don't know. I don't know, man. I can't imagine it's that much different. As far as performance numbers, it's the same engine. It's literally the same engine. You're just flipped it around. I don't think there is any groundbreaking performance gain this way, or else I think you'd see more engines with it. Like if there was some incredible performance gain with a pusher instead of a pooler, I think you would see more. I think it's more of a design feature, and you're using it, you get rid of anti-ice, right? So you don't have to, we don't have to use any blade heat, so that's an advantage. The exhaust heats the blades. It's quieter up front. Now, what makes it interesting is this airplane is really loud, and it has a very unique sound from outside. Have you ever seen one fly over or heard one? You'll hear it before you see it. When I was flying Citations out of Scottsdale, there was a couple of Avantis out there, and I could tell it was an Avanti on final with just walking to my truck. I'd be walking out, got back from flying, and I could just hear something, oh, there's an Avanti coming in. Like, you just know. It's got a very unique pitch sound. Almost like a Metro, but higher pitch because it's a different engine. The Metro just always sounded pissed off. The Avanti just always seems like it's on. There is no off. The Avanti is on or it is off. There's no middle ground as far as sounds are concerned. And I think Boris did a great job capturing that. All right, so we finally caught up to our V-path. So our V-path is on. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit spicy. We're descending into terrain. So I'm going to put terrain up on this screen. I'm going to keep my weather radar on this screen. As we get lower, the weather radar the terrain radar will start to pick up. We're out of 18. We'll set our magic barrel ref 3014. That's going to adjust our vertical path there. It's fixed it. Down we go. Captain Cannon in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see Captain Cannon in the house. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a wonderful, Wednesday afternoon? Maybe working out at the farm. All I know is we're getting Canada weather right now, and it's freaking cold, man. I don't know how y'all do it up there. It's like minus 8F, which is, I don't know, minus 20 something. It is cold. My truck didn't even want to start. Looks like we just had a weather load in. All right, as we get ready to go through 10,000 feet, I'm going to pull more power off the airplane here, hopefully get us down below 250 knots. Again, this airplane is pretty slick. So if you're high and fast, it's going to take you may end up unstable. Now, what's cool is once you get the full flaps out and gear down, you could come in pretty slow and pretty stable. It's just that initial transition to slowing it down. On my way to the farm shortly, just popping in to say hello. Sweet, man. Alright, I don't know what's going on with our cloud. I don't know if the clouds are growing rapidly or what's going on with that. Kind of a weird sensation. Alright, we're through the top layer. Windshield's on. I don't know. Let's just protect our engines. Let's go engine ice vanes on. And we are bottoming out here at 8,210 knots. And then radar vectors to the approach, which we are set up for the Zulu ILS 10 right, the high ILS or Zulu Loke, ILS Yankee 10 right. What do we have in the box down here? 10 right, Yankee. Jimmy is 6,000 feet. Cloud surfing the opposite direction. Ice below 10? Man, you can have ice at any altitude. Just depends on the OAT. Well, I mean, within reason. You're not going to get ice at 60,000 feet. It's too cold. Fly USMC, what's going on, man? Oh, now we're starting to get some precip. That could lead to ice. If this were real world. You get precip, outside air temp is plus, that's RAM, yeah, plus 3. Sat minus 6. Yeah, so this would be prime time icing conditions, which we probably won't get any because it's Microsoft and we get ice on the ground when there's no precip, but in real world, this would be prime time for icing. Plus 3. Visible moisture. One of the best looking aircraft, P-180, worked close to maintenance base in Morristown, New Jersey. Nice, dude. As we go through 10,000 feet, I'll actually get my lights on. We'll go recogs, fasten seatbelts. We'll leave the wing lights off. No need for those today. I got to fix this view. This view's bothering me. Hold on. Let me rebind this view. See, I'm glitching through the window. I got to pull it back a little bit so I'm not glitching through that window. There we go. Save that view. That looks... Okay, come on. How awesome does that look right there? How awesome does that look? Nabil, where you at? I just did leg 2 of the Americas flight. I was iced up and then damn de-icer went tits up. Oh no, Fly USMC. Seems like everyone that has these planes in real life love them. Yeah, Oscar. Yeah, being an Italian living in Texas... I think I need to look at the prices of these. We were looking at prices of Cessna Conquest. I think you can buy probably 3 or 4 Conquests for the price of an Avanti, though. What is this, 8 million plus? That's an expensive airplane, man. Is the terrain texture still in the cloud? Get out of here, Turk. Oh, you know what, Turk? Boise has weird, like it doesn't have good ortho here. I've noticed this in every time we've flown up in here, the ortho is not good, which is kind of surprising. Even in 2020, dude, it wasn't that great. Now, when I had a scenery up here, which made the surrounding area look pretty good, but the hills coming in here, they don't look that great. They don't look that great, man. In before CFET. Well, I've got my terrain radar up here, and I've got regular radar here. I think we're going to be okay. We just leveled at 8,000. Let's go ahead and set a speed of 210. Now, can I push for what? How can I set my speed target? Like, I just want to set a speed bug. I think I have to be out of VNAV. So maybe when this goes to Alt, hold. I just want to set a speed bug. I don't know why I can't just set a speed bug. Are there wipers? I don't think there are wipers on this. No. No wipers. Is that ice, though? That is ice. We are starting to accumulate ice. So, let's go ahead and get the forward wing on. That's important. Forward wing ice is on. And we're going to be on a heading here, so let's go ahead and select heading. We're on a vector now, on downwind. I'm going to slow up to about, to maintain about 200-ish knots here. If you want early access for the official 24 version, reach out to us. Oh, FX, dude, absolutely I do. Abso-freaking-lutely, man. I will, who do I reach out to? I'm in the Discord. I kind of lurk in there for any updates and stuff. I would absolutely love to have the 24 version. I'm all about 24, man. 2020 is dead to me. Even with its bugs, I've converted. Sadly, you can't set speed bug outside of flight level change in the sim implementation of ProLine. Ah, okay. Thanks, Will H. All right. So yeah, in real world ProLine 21, you can set a speed bug here, just so you have a target. DM myself, odd meter, and then when it's ready, I'll keep you in mind. Awesome, dude. I appreciate you, Akil. Yeah, look, we're definitely in icing conditions now. I'm going to take it out a little bit further, and then we're going to step down to 6,000. Actually, we're pretty much close enough here. We'll set 6,000 feet, and then I'll use this flight level change. So I'm going to go ahead and 6,000 is set. Flight level change. We'll select speed, get you at a Mach. We'll do select speed of, let's come back to 180. I'm going to pull some power off. We'll slow down. Power's coming back. We'll juice up the sounds a little bit. Sounds up to 80% for you guys. Are there any panel knobs? Upper panel knobs, what do you mean? These are all the upper panel knobs right here. The reversionary panel, that's what this is. This is a reversionary where you got your TAWs. This is not simulated here, but here's your reversionary switches. R2s, ADCs, AHARs, CDU. These are not functional. Emergency comm, not functional. But that's pretty much the only panel that I've found that's not functional. Oh, and this one right here. Cabin IFE inverter and XM weather radar. Oh, what is that? What did I just... Is that the emergency gear extension? Yeah, we don't want to be doing that. Gear is still up. Ooh, we are picking up ice, though. That's awesome. All right. Flight level change. 180 on the speed. Let's bring that power back. That's the gear. Bring it back too far. The torque lever goes back too far. Let's go cam online. Reset you. We're starting to get some turbulence. Jimmy at 6,000. So I've got regular radar here and I've got terrain radar here. Let's go ahead and fly heading 270, kind of set us up here for a dog leg. I do like that it's working with the force feedback yoke flawlessly. The roof, what do you mean? There's nothing on the roof. We have your sun visors. No overhead switches. Oh, I see what you meant. No, any overhead switches? No, no overhead switches. All right, 7 Bravo Sierra left turn. 1900. And then we can arm the approach. Let's see if it auto captures. So really cool ProLine 21. I'm going to hit the approach button. I have glide slope arm, loc armed. It should capture. Now, I didn't sequence the box here. Forgive me. I think we'll survive, though. What's inside of Jimmy? Jimmy is down to 4,400 feet. Let's keep trickling down so I don't get high and fast. We're going to maintain 180 because I'm going to cut inside of Jimmy, I think. Try to vector me pretty much right at Jimmy. I'll come back to 160 flight level change, speed it. Flight level change, speed. Oh, V out. Let's see, we freaked it out there. Oh, it doesn't seem to like that. Okay, we'll just stay here at V out. 160 on the speed. I should have sequenced my FMS box. It's on me. If I had an FO, I'd say sequence FMS. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. It should change here real quick. It's all going to change here. Watch this. Yes, it should. If we get the glide slope. Glide slope's alive. Preset loc 1. 111.1 auto tune. There it goes. Boom. Loc 1. Glide slope still armed, so now it's automatically switched over, just like the real bird. Yeah, it automatically goes to green slow. A little bit of an overshoot there. That might just be a bad vector I made. We did intercept that pretty hard. Let's go flaps mid. As soon as we capture the slope, we will go auto feather arm. Nope, not test. Jeez, auto feather arm, synchro phasers off. Go around altitude. We'll set 6,000. Or whatever, 7,000, that's fine. Glide slope captured, going out to set. Down we go. Gotta be careful of your speed here. See how it wants to speed up on you. OAT is 0. No, I'm thinking I'm just going to skip the recording because we're going to fly back. So we'll just record the second leg. All right, coming through 2,500. Gear down. Pretty cool animation. F-18 landing gear, right? Alright, gear down, auto feathers off, synchro phasers off. Let's go. Landing lights coming on. You can hear it extend through the nose. Look at this. Literally drops down. You can hear it from farther. Let's bring it all the way back. Select flaps full. Is it warmer there than Texas? Yep. Yeah, Texas, it's like -8 right now. Now, what I don't know is where's my perf landing speed? Oh, no, I don't want to be doing this. Let's just call it 0. Next. There we go. Send. 1626. There we go. All right, I'm going to hand fly. Whoa, there, player. Autopilot's coming off. Yaw damps away. Props are coming up. Slow there, trim it out, get back on profile. 124 is the approach speed. Let's go ahead and turn the radar off. It's distracting down there. Don't need it. Okay, trimmed out in the slot there. Alright, on speed, flaps down, runway's in sight, we are landing. Maybe we should go Boise to like San Jose, like go into Silicon Valley with this thing, where Flying with Owen goes. Yeah, I like the Woodpecker trim sound. So much better than the Learjet, man. I need that sound as my text notification. That would be pretty good. Yeah, you know what I mean about the sound, Dale? It just, she sounds like she's full throttle all the time. That's just a Piaggio, man. It's got kind of a, it's one of the more unique sounding PT6s out there. Almost doesn't sound like a PT6. 15 knot quartering headwind. Let's try not to roll it. So you'll see what I mean here about the magnetism. So we're going to fly it down. Work out that power. Don't flare yet. Just kind of hold her off. See how the nose just drops down? That's alright though. That was actually one of my better landings. Full reverse. Get on the brakes. Bring those props down for ground idle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boise. Let's go to the, well, the right is National Guard, isn't it? I guess we'll just go left and park over there by the terminal with our default scenery. You see the magnet correlation, right? Am I not completely in ground idle? I'm not. Oh, I need to turn my nose wheel steering off. There you go. Whee! Or nose wheel steering on, rather. All right, we're cleared up. Let's clean it up. Flaps are coming up. Flight director's coming off. Those are coming off. That's coming off. Off, off. Bleeds are off. We'll go taxi position. Don't need the heats anymore. Those are all coming off. Auto feather off. We'll take it up here. Crossing the left side. Got a little bit of a stutter on the ground out here. How nice is that beta? Watch this. Love it. Can we just petition to Boris to make all upcoming aircraft sounds? He needs to make all future aircraft sounds. Water. Did we, he's been in the bathroom the whole time. I should have went right. I think the FBO's on the other side. That's alright. We'll go over here near what appears to be an adobo modeled parking garage. You can only imagine that Azure AI decided to, it's just a parking garage we have at home. I'm not quite sure what that even is. GAs collided in Arizona. Oh no, a Lancer and a 172? A Lancer? Wasn't Austin, was it? Where in Arizona? Anybody got a tail number on the 172? I only ask because I have a lot of flight training out there. That's where I did all my instructing. Alright, we'll stop it here. Park brake is on. Clear the caution. For shutdown, I'm going to run through kind of an abbreviated shutdown. We're going to go avionics master switch. Oh no, flaps should be mid, right? I can't remember if they put flaps mid. I think they keep the flaps at mid. Flaps at mid. Lights are coming off. And avionics master switch is coming off. Whoa. I can't move these into cutoff, unfortunately. Would you see this in BS Logistics fleet? Yeah, I would. I'd buy it for BS Logistics. Absolutely. Props come to a stop. We'll go ahead and go anti-collision to off and battery switch off. I guess we could have got the generators too and the emergency power off. Cool. With that done, leg 1 is completed. We'll go over here. We'll pull up our settings. 95 on the engines. We're all right. Let's go ahead and chalk it. Open up the doors. And we got to figure out where we are going next for round 2. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, Alan. Marana, Arizona. Uh-oh. 463 Echo Romeo. Oh, no. That's a Riddlebird, isn't it? Was that a... I think that's a Riddlebird. 463 Echo Romeo. All right, let me look at flight planning options here. Check the step lights. Oh, we're going to turn... So what we'll do is we're going to do this flight. We'll do a sunset flight out of here. But first, let me find the find where we want to go. The Cessna landed? Okay, it's an Aero Guard. Really? Man. Well, I'm glad I mean, were there any fatalities? Hopefully not. What happened to the Lancer? Cessna landed after a midair? That's... Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy. Alright, let me pull up, not SimBrief, I don't need you. Well, I will need you, but let me look at Sky Vector. Where should we go? Not Nightbot. Goodness. Riddle 6-3. Good old days, man. Alright. I only went to Riddle for a short time. Where are we at? Boise? Alright, where are we going? Boise to San Jose, it's 400 miles. We could go south and take advantage of the winds. Telluride? No, we don't want to go all the way to Telluride. That's too far, isn't it? Let me see. K-Tex from here is, that's 500 miles. I'm looking at fields here. Could go to Provo, Utah. That's too short, though. I kind of want to go... What about Tahoe? Where's Geg? What's Geg? K-Geg? I feel like I know that identifier. Oh, that's Spokane? That's kind of 250. Provo's boring. What about Tahoe? What about TVL? TVL is always exciting. But we're going to be going in kind of at night. Reno. Reno's a good option. Reno at night. Let's see. KRNO. Reno is 291 miles. I could do Reno. Let's do Reno, Tahoe. Let's, we'll land at TVL. 291 miles. And we just flew, what was our current flight? Was 239, so it's just a little bit longer. That's perfect. Let's do Reno. That's where fancy people go. Where's Truckee? What's the identifier for Truckee? TRK? Let's do Truckee, because we haven't landed there. I think TRK. All right, boom, Truckee, Tahoe. I like that. Let's do Truckee. It is. We're going to Truckee. TRK, let me sim brief us up here real quick. Not Kern Valley? I don't think we can get this puppy into Kern Valley, AJ. All right, let's do new flight. 357 Bravo Sierra. We're going Boise to Truckee. And we'll be on Iveo Premium. SimBrief is an online flight planning software. Very easy to use. Let me show you. I guess I can. I think I have it. I think I have it right here. No, I don't. Okay, can't show you. Yeah, SimBrief is awesome. P-180 Flight FX credit of Almeter. Oh, Almeter. That's so. Almeter is he's a keel. Route of flight. Let's go. I'm checking up. Let's go this one. We're gonna go Haval Rio Mustang, so we can fly over the Mustang. So this will be our new route of flight. I will pin this one if you want to fly along. And 150, we're leaving right now at 2020Z. That checks out. Let's generate. How far can this fly? What's the? I mean, I know you can take about 1,100 nautical miles. 12. I don't know what the actual range is, but I saw somebody was flying at like 1,200 miles. Is kind of the limit. About 3 hours, I would say. In that range, somewhere there. Useful. I'm sure you could stretch it out. You pull the power way back, right? This has been one of my favorite in real life planes lately. Where can I get this? Jasper. Right now, it's only available on 2020 Marketplace. If you purchase it on the 2020 Marketplace, about a week or so will go by and you'll get it in your 2024 Content Manager. But they are working on a 2024 native version, I believe, or a 2024 updated specific version. All right, so that is set. I'm going to file you. We are filed on Iveo Premium. 1509 is the max. Okay, there you go. So you can pull it way back. We're going at 36,000 feet. That's good. We got Sacramento as our alternate. Flight plan has been filed. So our takeoff weight is going to be 11,000. We'll be right under max. So with that said, let's hop back inside real quick and load up some things here. So for luggage, we're going to take snowboards or golf. Let's take a look at golf. It's too cold for golf. People are going to go they don't go to Truckee to play golf, do they? Not this time of year. Come over here. I'll show you cargo door here. Got a snowboard in there. Snowboard bags. Sweet. All right. Yeah, I wish I could close that from here. Man, I bet there have been more than one Avanti pilots that have banged their head on a prop turning around after loading. I used to always bang my head on the thrust reverser on the Citation. Loading stuff in here, and then you had that clamshell. You turn it, boom, smash your head on that clamshell thrust reverser. All right. Everything looks good. Let's top off the fuel, and let's actually set a night mode or a sunset mode. So right now it's 12:51 sim time. Let's make it 4:51 sim time. So the sun will start to set here as we get on our way to wherever it's called, Truckee. Hop on in. Juice mode activated. All right, we'll pull the chocks. Let's close the doors up. Noise reduction is off. Executive. We're going to do the plated dinner for our snowboarders tonight. That'll be set up. Actually, do I stow dinner? I guess I stow it like that. That looks good. Nose wheel steering we have bound. Let's pull out our Navigraph charts. Let's pull out Boise. Enter you. Taxi is what we need. And we're on the SID. I think we're on the Boise 3, which is a vector departure. Cool. So we'll just leave you on the taxi diagram. That looks good. We need to set our weight, balance, and fuel. So coming over here to our pilot book, or sorry, our aircraft. Let's go weight and balance. Fuel required for this flight. We're going to take it all the way up to 36. So we need a block fuel of 1574. So let's set that first. So 1574, call it 1600. That's 800 aside. Full tanks is 1177. So let's go 800 aside. Boom. That puts our weight at 10.8. Seats, we need to be 11,000 pounds. 1171, that looks good. 20%. We will load an aircraft. Now watch, you can see it probably squat. Yep, see how it adjusts. Okay, so we are loaded in the aircraft. That looks good. And we can hide you. And let's go ahead and boot it up and get out of here. So we'll go battery switch on. We'll do this professionally. Anti-collision's coming on. Seatbelt sign is on. Can we load the box before starting? No, I think we have to go avionics on for that. All right, let's go ahead and start it up. I want to do it from outside. I wish I had a window in here to start it up. But tanks are open, pumps are open. Oh, hydraulics should have been off, I guess. Let's go ahead and start 2. Fuel. Right, low pressure light is out. Ground idle. Good start on number 2. Right generator on, avionics is coming on, EPR is armed. While that boots up, let's do our index route menu. This is the first time I've done a through flight, so we'll see how this works out. We'll execute that. Departure arrival, we're going to blast off 10. What did we land on? 10 left? We landed on 10 right. Let's take off 10 left, Boise 3, vector departure, execute out to high vol. Next page, up to Truckee. That looks good. No arrival yet in the Truckee, so we'll leave it as is. Let's go back to the index, flight plan, perf and NIT. I'm going to match this up similar, so sense fuel is right. Let's put 5 passengers on there. That brings us to 99, so we need to be... Oh, we need 1,000, 1,100. Perfect. 1104, we're 1166 total mass. So let's add another... Close enough. We'll be more conservative. Alright, takeoff speeds. Outside air temp is -1 now. That looks good. Pressure altitude. Execute. Next page. 109 VR? Really? 109, huh? That doesn't seem proper. We'll set 109 to the box. And let's go ahead and start number 1. You can attach ground power with... How? Is there a binding or something, perhaps? I bet that's what it is. Oh, did you hear that light off? Wow, you can even see the blades come out of feather. Did you see that? Did you see how the blade angle changed? That was really cool. That would be really cool. You see, that was really cool to see that blade angle change as it was spinning out. All right, a couple other things we need to do. Let's go left generator, right generator. Hydraulics is coming on. We're not ready to taxi yet. We'll leave you off. Actually, we'll leave it extended. Just keep a taxi light on, I guess. Standby, standby. Auto feathers off. Sync is off. Our speeds are set. I'm going to leave the caution. We need to go back to FMS nav. FMS 1, please. FMS 1, nav bearing selected. TO mode is engaged. We'll set our top altitude 36,000 feet for this leg. This one will be a little bit longer. We can sit back and chill. Do a magic barrel ref update. Did I end up filing that flight plan? Let's see. We'll get an auto ATC. Let me pre-file you. Alright. Boise to Truckee has been filed. Just closing out a couple other windows. Alright, cool. Off of runway 10 left, it'll initially be... What's that heading? 098. Set our heading to 098. .098 is set. We got terrain radar down there. Let's go. CTAF for this place. Make proper radio calls is 18-1. 18-1. Let's just come down here, tune ID. I didn't get a new squawk code, so we'll just squawk 2000 because we have an IFR flight plan filed. We don't have an auto ATC though. All right. Start the coffee. Is there a way to start the coffee? Let's go. Oh, still have my reversers bound. There we go. Let's go. Boise traffic, Piaggio, 357 Bravo Sierra, taxi 10 left. It's Boise. Just like that, we picked up our snowboarders. This is day in the life of a corporate pilot 2.0 here. Any advice to help me run X-Plane Mobile? It's been crashing lately. No, unfortunately, I have zero experience or knowledge with X-Plane Mobile. Have you ever watched Flying with Owen? I watched them all last night, dude. I watched pretty much every... Well, I watched like 4 or 5 Avanti videos. I watched a Saberliner video. And then one of his first videos he ever posted was a Duke. And what's crazy, I watched the Duke video of Flying with Owen. The sounds are identical to the piston Duke in the sim. I mean, the takeoff, I thought they were flying Microsoft Flight Sim, except Microsoft Flight Sim looked better. It was incredible. Saberliner 1 was great too, Will. It sure was, man. I think it's funny, all the new, I mean, just the young kids all flying with their Meta glasses, and it's crazy, man. 1,200 hours. That one dude was flying a G4 at 1,200 hours. Incredible. Times have changed. More power to him, though. I'm glad they're, I mean, it's better to gain experience that way than just doing banner towing or survey, that's for sure. Getting real life, real world experience. That was my original goal, was I just wanted to fly corporate, bounce around, try new airports, new destinations. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed my time flying corporate, but then I met a girl. That's how most stories start. I met a girl, and then... Yeah. Captain Aviation said, I actually just got done snowboarding. Nice. I was just talking to Miss V1 about that. I was like, man, we got to get back in shape for our snow sports. I used to snowboard quite a bit. I probably would break my back if I got one on board right now, though. That's how most stories end. Nah, slow. I love it. Just a new chapter, man. Totally different chapter. Different life. Let's see. We got to go 10 left here. Man, this looks incredible. Guys, remember, if you like Piaggio content, if you want to see more Piaggio, make sure you hit that like button. Boise traffic, Piaggio 357 Bravo Sierra, good part runway 10 left, straight to the south, Boise traffic. All right, so as we take the runway, we'll pull a Flying with Owen. We'll go bleeds, hydraulic is on, ice, low, low, baby, auto feather on, synchro phasers off, flaps are mid, recogs are on. Look, I'm even getting my flows down. Let's go ahead and run those props up. You know what I noticed is when I run frame gen and I click on the other monitor, that's when I get the stutter the most. Oh, we got to check our trim. We gotta check our trim. Let's check our trim before departure. One zero left. Okay, I'm going to listen to y'all. We're going to do top of the green band. We are on top of the green band. We all agree? Let's see if this makes any difference to that stickiness that we've been feeling. So we're TARA squawking 2018-1. Here we go. Yoga's in chat. Let's go. See if I can do this without over-temping. Or over-torquing, I should say. Oh, steer TO. I'm going to be steer TO. There we go. Let's go. Auto feathers on. Power set. So look how long it takes my airspeed to come alive. I don't know. Might be a friction issue with the tires. Steering off at 60. Thank you. I love that that's bound, that I could bind that. That's so awesome. Proper pilot, have my hand on the torque levers here. VR, let's see. So I'm actually gonna do two hands. I'm trying to see. I'm almost full aft. I'm full aft. I'm full aft. I need more trim. Yeah. Positive rate, gear up. See, you need more trim. I can't take off with the trim at the top. Positive rate, gear up. We're at a runway. Accelerating. Nose down. Flaps are coming up. Alright, let's go. Flight level change. Nav. Yaw damps on. Select speed 160. Landing lights coming off. Ah. Hide the yoke. Let's make a right-hand turn out. Let's go heading. Heading select. Boise traffic. Piaggio 357 Bravo Sierra out of 4,400 out to the southeast. Last call, Boise. All right, let's go ahead and do a couple things. Let's go 22.8. Let's go to our legs page. Let's go direct to high vol. Direct high vol. Execute. Navin. Might have to redo that one. Those clouds look like real life. Yeah, it's a great windshield view, Fred. The windshield, the visibility is fantastic in this airplane. Fantastic. I'm trying to hustle up that turn here so I don't have to redirect us. Ryan R, what a plane. Dude, I'm loving it more and more. The more I fly it, the more I enjoy it. I'm really curious to see how the new update's going to be for that takeoff stickiness. Apparently the fix has already been, it's been in the works, so they're releasing it this week. If we have a certain number of likes in my head, I have a number in my head, if we reach that number of likes, I may just drop my trip and fly Piaggio for the rest of the week. It's up to you. Thanks for the 20 months support, Ryan. Appreciate you, my man. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of this chart. Let's go ahead and, let's just go, instead of turning the volume down, let's just do that. Oh, wow, that's kind of nice. Is that still too loud for you or no? Actually sounds pretty good, man. That is Bose Pro Flights confirmed. I'm going to hand fly this one up here for a little while. Auto feather is coming off. I forget the altitude. Synchrophaser's on. Up we go. I've seen the plane operate to a 3,500-foot strip in real life, 1B9 in Massachusetts. Yeah, Evan. Well, so that's the thing, and I'm pretty sure they're connected. The long takeoff roll and the stickiness. I think what's happening, in my just uneducated, no idea what I'm talking about mind, I'm thinking that because the airplane feels sticky to the ground, that's hindering the takeoff roll performance. Because the flight performance seems pretty good. And the videos I've seen, I've watched a couple different ones, watched a lot of the flying with Owen stuff. Didn't mean to do that. Do I have roll? I need some aileron trim to the right, I feel like. The performance looks pretty spot on in flight. So it just has to do with the ground. And that was the, that's one of the big differences or big selling points from 2020-24, in my opinion, is the way the airplanes handle on the ground. 2024 airplanes, they handle better on the ground than they do in 2020. There's no doubt about it. I wish I had my roll trim down, aileron trim down. Is there even aileron trim in this thing? Maybe not. The rear fuselage looks like a Learjet. I believe Bombardier were originally involved, but then backed out. Oh, yeah. Right here, this does look like a Learjet. It's crazy. Yeah, they got that situation back there. All right, we'll get on the flight director. We're at 10,000 feet, and we'll turn the autopilot on so we can watch this breakout happen. Do a little bit more trim, close enough. Autopilot's engaged. Out of 10, let's go ahead and get the recogs. You're now free to move about the cabin. We're LNAVing. We are cooking with gas. Sim sounds are coming down. The propellers are on backwards. As soon as they fix it, I'll be spending a month straight in this plane. I love it. Nice, Max. Yeah, dude, as soon as, if we get that fix, I could see spending a lot of time in this airplane. Ah, here we go. Here's the breakout. Here's the breakout. The one we've all been waiting for. All right, just checking work stuff. Speaking of Bombardier, do you have any experience with the CRJ? No, I don't. I never flew the CRJ. Never flew the CRJ. Gosh, this looks good. Where's our... Oh, wait, hold on. You know what we need? Look at that. Come on now. Come on now, chat. Nabil, where you at? Where's my Nabil at? This is real life. It's Mitsubishi now? What is it really? What is that? What is with the Mitsubishi? I saw that on that report. Mitsubishi owns Bombardier or something? When did that happen? Shows you just how far out of the loop I am with that stuff. Ah, they sold CRJ? I got you. Get ready for another breakout. With sunshades. That was a long time ago? Yeah, see, they bought the CRJ. Interesting. I had no idea, man. I actually thought that was a typo when I read that accident report. I was like, why does it say Mitsubishi? Which goes to show you how much I've been paying attention to RJ stuff. Once I got out of the RJ world, I just never looked back. I remember there was a rumor for a long time that Boeing was going to buy Embraer, or buy the E-170. It's going to be the next rendition of Boeing's like mini 737. Yeah, buddy, climbing out in our Piaggio. We are looking good now. Roll you up a little bit. 150 on the range. Check. I like this view. I don't know why. I like seeing this little forward wing there. Just want to thank you for all your hard work and dedication in the sim and real world. I'm Real World Avionics Tech. Nice. Currently wiring up a whole new system and bundles for an aircraft. Wow. Starcept. That's awesome, man. I appreciate the kind words, man. Glad you're enjoying the content, dude. Dev, I'm very excited for the 350. Very excited. That was around the 220 talks with Airbus, then Boeing cannibalized the deal due to the maintenance MAX crashes. Yeah. Corruption, man. It's everywhere. Oh, that's kind of a cool angle view right there. Do you think it'll be better than the 330 or similar? I think it's going to be better than the 330 because the 330 is technically a Microsoft sponsored project, right? So they are handcuffed for what they can do. They have certain audio levels that must be reached. They have certain other restrictions that must be met. So it kind of handcuffs their ability to really go full out on it. The 350, I mean, it's more, I think, probably more to like the A300 Premium. The A300 is really nice, really complex simulated airplane, and I think it's going to be even better than that. Just looking at what I've seen from the videos so far, from the pre-release streams that AnyBuilds has been doing. So apparently 350 is super responsive. The 330, yep, yeah, that's right, Dev. Yeah, the 330 kind of is like a slower lumbering bird, right? Jeremy Harvey in the house. Good to see you, man. It does look really high fidelity. Jeremy. Absolutely. Hopefully it is better optimized. We'll see, Fred. We shall see. The sounds, I can tell you, the sounds definitely sound better than anything that we have by default. So the 330s, the 321 Neo, which they don't sound bad. The 330 sounds pretty... The 330 just lacks oomph in sounds, and I think that's because they have to meet strict audio requirements. I think this 350 is going to be pretty good. It's going to be, yeah, Oscar, it's going to be their standard at which we all judge add-ons coming to 24 in, you know? I mean, we know what Fenix is capable of, so they've set the ultimate bar for terms of a fully released product, right? Now, but and PMDG is making their way over to 24. We know what to expect with PMDG, though. With AnyBuilds, this is a new project that we haven't seen before ever, so they have an opportunity here to set the bar for themselves and for future projects going forward. So I'm looking forward to that, because when the 300 first dropped, their first standalone, I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought they did a good job, and I still like the A300. Man, I totally... I wish I would have dropped my trip earlier and traded out for a couple of turns. That would have been the way to go, man. That would have been the way to go. Phoenix Galaxy, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Welcome in. Let's see if we can't find ourselves a slightly better wing view. I'm going to have to hack my way out of here, I think, aren't I? I think I'm going to have to find myself a hack view. Man, look how big those windows are. You really do see how big they are. I mean, those are some... It's like being in a fishbowl up there. Fish. Oh, here we go. Breaking out. Let's actually take a look, see where we are. We're through 18, standard set, 29902. Check our torques here for climb. Let's run them up a little bit. Let's push these engines up a little bit. Let's run them pretty hard on this one. Gotta watch those temps, though. I think Owen was doing about 780 on the temps for climb out. We'll try to do about 790, 785, close enough. I love the prop, this custom livery here. You can see the red. That's so cool. Beautiful. Where are we going? Thomas Blair. We are on leg 2. We are headed up to Truckee, which I haven't landed there in the sim at all. I haven't been there in a very long time, so I have no idea what to expect. So we're going to find out together. I have issues with some of the 350 internal engine sounds. Really, Jeremy? Well, I hope... hopefully they are a little bit better. I don't know. I haven't heard too much. I only heard the engine start and flap sounds. I didn't get to watch the whole stream, but I hope they're good. I hope they're good. Thrust set. Oh, I know. 400 viewers here for a prop stream. Man, pat yourselves on the back and hit that like button for a prop stream. I think Thrust set. I think we're finally. I'm force feeding the audience propeller-driven aircraft, so they are slowly but surely coming around. Slowly but surely, Thrust set. We will turn this into a prop channel. I've actually thought about doing a prop-only channel like VX Simulations or VY Sim. I like VY Sim because you have best angle, best rate of climb, VX and VY. And I thought about splitting it up, but then I was like, man, got to start a whole other channel over, which it can be good, but it can also just take away from the main channel, right? So I don't know. I've also thought about just doing when I say prop or GA, I mean like intro channel, like basic channel for basic flying, taxiing, starting, because I firmly believe a lot of simmers, not all, but a lot of simmers that really enjoy their tube liner flying because that's the only experience they can relate to, right? The only airline or the only flying they have experience is being on an airliner, sitting over the wing, flying a 737. So I totally understand that, but I think after they've really gotten a good handle on that, they just don't know about the joy that propeller flying can give you. So I think if they, and they don't want to take the time to learn it because there's really no interest in learning it because they don't know why they would be learning it. They don't understand what happens at the end when you understand prop flying. But if I could lay it out in a real simple form across multiple videos, multiple streams, maybe it would be something. I don't know. The podcast channel, VNE Podcast. Make a hype beast prop channel. I'm going to be homeless if you have two channels I have to get memberships for. Well, that's the other thing too, is then I don't want to split. You know, I could always keep it just a non-member channel, but then I was like, well, it would really be cool to have members on that channel to just do members only prop stuff. I don't know. There's so many conundrums with that, you know? A lot of conundrums. It's a little gusty and rainy in Truckee. Come on, I thought y'all said it was going to be wonderful weather out there. Y'all lying to me? What's going on? What other plans did you have for your professional life other than aviation, if any? I had one plan, man, aviation. I didn't know if it was going to be which route I was going to take. I just knew I wanted to be in aviation. Originally, I wanted to fly helicopters and do medevac. I always thought being a medevac helicopter pilot was going to be the bee's knees. That's what I wanted to do. That was like my original goal, you know. And then as I, you know, time progressed and I got older and I got into flying, started doing flight training and stuff, my passion kind of shifted as I got older towards corporate flying, because I liked the fact that you could go all these new places. Was a huge draw to me. Like, man, when you fly corporate, you're going to like Truckee and Jackson Hole and tiny little airports all over the world that are really cool that you don't take airliners into, and it's always changing and it's not the same route every day. And so that was my second big draw. And as I was very fortunate. I went through as an instructor and met somebody, or through word of mouth, through my father, who knew he was one of his old war buddies, and he was flying a Citation, and he didn't want to fly it anymore because he was like 70 years old. He retired from the airlines, used to fly A4s, F4s, and then retired and was flying corporate. He's like, well, I'm getting kind of old. Your son want to take a look at it? So that was my step in the door, and I jumped all over that opportunity, and then the rest is history, man. I loved it, flew corporate. Then I flew freight to build more time faster. And then I met my now wife. I was like, I want a set schedule so I could have a family. But there was no other, there was never any other, like, plan for me, really. I knew it had to be something in aviation. Thumper, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. I'm 33 and want to make a set career of aviation. You got plenty of time. Where do you start? There's no clear-cut path to the air from what I've researched. Thumper, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. First off, it's going to vary greatly. It's going to vary greatly on where you are. If you're in the U.S., you know, I can give you a little bit of direction. But if you're outside of the U.S., it's very different depending on which country you're in. But for USA, if you're in America, number one, you're not too old. Okay, you're plenty of time left. My recommendation of where to start is I would look at, if you have, here's the thing, everybody's got a different financial situation. If you have the financial capabilities of doing a flow-through program type flight school, whether that's United Aviate Academy, a Lift Academy, ATP flight school where it's expensive, but it's an accelerated program. You get through all your ratings quickly. It's a lot of work. It's expensive, but it happens very fast. But that's how I would go about it now. When I was going through it, those programs weren't really, we had ATP, but the programs, they weren't as prevalent as that. So unless you were at a flight school in college, or you were at a mom and pop shop flying FBO. So now there's a few more options that are much more prevalent, and I would go that route. No ATP, please. Listen, you guys knock ATP. It's all about the person, dude. It's all about the pilot that's going to ATP. There are some pilots that I've flown with who went to ATP who are phenomenal pilots. There are some pilots that I've flown with that went to ATP that I would not put my family on the same airplane as them. It's down to the person, man. Start with a medical. Yeah, well, yeah. As Thrust said, yeah, start with a medical. And really what you can do is, if you go do an intro flight somewhere, go to a local airport, see if you can do what's called an intro flight. And typically it's 45 minutes. They take you up in a 172 or 152, whatever they have. I don't know, probably a Diamond now. I don't even know what they have nowadays, all these young whippersnappers. This is not financial advice. Exactly. It's not financial advice either. Do a intro flight. And then if you're sure you really like it, then go get your student medical, because you're going to need a medical, which is going to be your student pilot certificate is going to be your medical. So in order to become a student pilot, you have to get a medical. So that'll be the next step. But I say go do the intro flight first, because if you're going to spend a couple $100 on an intro flight or a couple $100 on a medical, go do the intro flight first to make sure being in the airplane is what you want to be. Because I've had students that they thought their entire life they want to be pilots, and they come to the flight school and we start training, and it's just not for them. And it's just they realize that it's not all they thought it was, or their desire was really only on the glamorous sides of aviation. They didn't really understand or see the grind that it takes to get to those glamours. Now, there are some wonderful things about being an airline pilot specifically. There's no doubt about it. But I will not sit here and tell you that it's all sunshine and rainbows every day of the week. I mean, it's a job. There are days that you are just like, you really would rather be doing something else. It just happens. But there are also some incredible moments that I think you can only get from that career field. So you just got to do some soul searching, do the intro flight, and then go from there. Where's this legal advice? The student pilot certificate is not attached to medical anymore. Really? See? There you go. That's how much I know. They're separate. Okay, cool. So, but I would imagine you still have to go get a student. You still have to go get a medical, right? To train. And then you have, so then what do you get a student? Did they just make it so they can make more money off you now? You got to pay for both instead of one? That's probably what they did. How'd I get the Piaggio on 24? Siphon. So I bought it in 2020 on Marketplace because I thought and I heard that it would come to 2024. But it took about 6 or 7 days. I can't remember how many days it actually took. It took almost a week. And then it just showed up in my content library in 2024. So as of right now, there's no other way to get it in 2024 other than buying it in Marketplace on 2020 and waiting however long it takes. I think some people have had faster experiences using Sim Update 1 beta, but I can't speak to that because I haven't went that route. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to spend our whole time climbing. 800 feet, 900 feet per minute. Seems about right. I did 141 for my IRA, and it was a mess. Back to 61 with the clapped-out plane. No, not restricted to 2 airports. You could be at ATP Mints with only 10 hours solo. That's wild to me. Yep. That's Rex has got some good information too. It's good to have varying experiences in the chat too, because you guys are y'all the ones that are in it right now. I haven't been in the flight training field of aviation in a very long time. Jeremy says you have to accept the grind with the good stuff, and that goes for any job, even if it's something you love. Absolutely, Jeremy. Absolutely. RP Gamer says I bought it a half hour ago and it appeared in my 24 Marketplace already. No beta. What? Dude, I wonder if I was doing something wrong. Because it literally took 6 days or so. It took a week. I was even telling Boris that Flight FX was dead to me. All right, let's go ahead and see, we're out of 25. Let's go ahead and bring the torque down a hair. See if we can't get up there to 36. We should be able to. I don't see why we can't get to 36. I need to figure out how to change this flight director queue again. Format. No. Actually, I should. That's how the old guys fly. Or no, right here. I'm going to leave you in half P-pause. I know there's a preset. Oh, that just took us off nav. Let's go back to nav. I know there's a way to change it. Refs. Flight director. V-bar. What? Why can't I change it? Oh. There we go. Got to use the knob. There you go. V-bar. Yeah, buddy. Now we're cooking with gas. Proper flight director. All right, out of 30,000 feet, it's subtract, what, like 1 knot every 1,000 feet or something for your climb out and indicated. We're doing Mach 4.2. I guess we'll just maintain Mach 4.2 for now. Temps are creeping up. Keep watching that temp. Bring them back a little bit. .820 is green. Keep bringing those temps down. Pretty good deck angle on this thing as you climb out. Will we ever reach top of climb before top of descent? I don't know. We're about 150 miles from top of descent. Do you operate in Zulu on the line? Yeah. Well, everything, I say this, everything in the airplane is Zulu time based. Everything. Edict time, clearance time, EFC time, departure time, everything's Zulu. But then our trip, like our report times and stuff, those are all local time. I feel like she's having a hell of a time climbing out here. Let's go. Let's juice it up. The real one doesn't change to Mach hold. I gotcha. Let's go back to indicated. We're actually going pretty slow. Might have to zoom climb it. We're getting ready for a 2024 Piaggio commercial turn. We are contrailing thrust set. Oh, we're in a turbo. That's right, turboprop though. I don't know. I don't know. Do pistons make contrails? I really don't know. I don't know if a piston. I would imagine it would. It would. It would have to. I guess it just wasn't doing it for us when we were in the Duke. In 2020, I can get to 350 from sea level in 30 minutes. Okay, so it's got to be a perf issue with 2024 then. It's got to be. It's got to be underpowered in 2024. Because we've been climbing for, I don't know, 40 minutes, maybe more. And I can only push 78 torque. That would explain why our takeoff rolls are so long too. If it's not just a friction issue, it might just be a power issue. 78% torque at 31.8. We temp out. Yeah. So we got 4,000 feet to go. I have a little bit of damage. 93. Nothing crazy though. We over-tempted on our first flight, so that knocked us some damage into it. Maybe we should have 1900. Will 1900 on the props give us a little better climb? Probably not. Wouldn't make any sense. Tell you what, let's go push the level off. Nope. We'll push the level off. Let's go 32.4. We're going to zoom climb it. We're going to zoom climb it. 93%. It's hardly broken in. A tipsy penguin. Good to see you, my friend. I just got my 7900 XTX. If installed, if my PC explodes, I know who to blame. Best of luck, my friend. Make sure you don't use Chrome or turn off the Chrome hardware acceleration if you're doing two things at once. If you're using anti-ice for main wing, it could kill performance. Nope, no heaters are on. Just windshield pitot-static. Main wing is off. Yep, no ice. Everything's off. I'm pretty sure it's a 2024 issue. You do have to step climb if you're heavy. That is realistic. We're going to step it up. We're just going to accelerate here for a little bit. And we're going to blast right up to 360. If you, oh, I read that. Do you think 24 will be better than 2020? I think it's better than 2020 right now, dude. I know a lot of people don't agree with me on that, but I just feel that it's a better sim. There are things that 2020 does better, such as not having to stream the whole sim. I don't like that aspect of 2024. But that's pretty much it, man, to be honest with you. I don't think 2020 does anything else better than the fact that you can have the sim downloaded. It looks better. It flies better. We're going to get more airplanes. I know people are like, we don't have enough airplanes. Well, that's just a developer thing. We will get them. All right, flight level change. Let's rock it up there. Zoom climb, baby. It has the new sim smell. What else am I going to fill my 2 terabyte NVMe with? I know, Quinn. Just when storage got cheap, Microsoft decided to stream everything. I guess you could always go back to X-Plane. Well, my thing, Dale, is I wonder if the future sim will be the same thing, or if they're going to... I don't think 2024 will ever be non-streamed. I think you will always have to stream this whole sim. But I think maybe the next iteration in another, 2-4 years, if for around that long, if I am, for doing simming, I think maybe the next iteration might be different. It was just done to follow the money for the main user base. The thousands of users that are on console, that's what pays the bills. That's what pays the bills. So it's optimized for that. But it's still pretty good on PC. The next gen is PC dedicated for my... I wish, Friction Mafia. I wish. No money in that, though, dude. No money in that. It's absolutely spectacular, Mark. Look at the size of these windows, dude. Look at our contrails. They're like blending together. That's pretty cool. You can see the ice veins in there. Catfish, baby. Catfishing. Xbox is dying? Yeah, but they're trying to keep it alive. I'm going to reach 36,000 feet. We are going to get all the way to 36 and then have to go right back down. Fernando, exactly. They use it for a couple hours and they'll drop it. That's why the emphasis is on career mode. Microtransactions will start. Buying airplanes for this, or buy a pot of gold so you can expedite through your career mode. I'm sure it's coming, dude. I'm sure it's coming. I do not think Microsoft Flight Simulator will be a PC sim like we know it to be in the next... Maybe by the 2028, right? I just don't think it'll be a sim anymore. I think we'll all be back at X-Plane. What's worse is Xbox guys call this a game. I mean, I've called it a game. It's gamey. They've got a lot of gamey features in it, that's for sure. I'm going to stall this. I'm going to green dot. I'm getting to 36,000 feet. Let's go. 34.8. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. 1,000 to level off. Takes a little gamey. Do you think 3080 10 gigabyte can run 24? 310 Flyer. If you're in 1080p and you have a moderate settings, you should be okay. But don't expect to run 24 default airplane like the 330. Don't expect to run any of the INI stuff on anything above medium settings in 1080p with 10 gigs. I think you'll run into issues. I also don't think, I think there's like a rumor that there's a VRAM bug. I don't think it's a VRAM bug. I think that there's a optimization level that has not been reached, and they're going to optimize it a little bit more, but that's it. I do not think 10 gigabytes in the future is going to be like, oh, I'm going to be able to fly everything on high settings with 10 gigabytes of VRAM. I just don't think that's going to happen. But if you can go medium settings, 1080p, you should be okay, I think. Come on, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Let's go right to green dot. We're going to stall this thing out. Could you imagine if we stall this thing out here? I'm going straight to green dot. We need 500 feet. Let's go. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Come on, baby. Go ahead and get her. Get ahead of the curve and start streaming X-Plane now. I almost streamed the Fila 7.4, man. Got real close. We still might. We still might. Oh, come on. It doesn't have the juice to grab it. Come on, grab 36. We are slow. Man, that was a long climb out. 100 miles to top of descent. Not even. All right. We have reached... Not quite. Come on. 40 feet off. It's flashing. Yes. Altitudes capture. Look at... I think we might be too heavy. Definitely should have leveled at 32. We might be too heavy. This is a good lesson in physics, or in aerodynamics, I should say. So now, because we have to maintain such a high... Look at our angle of attack. The angle of attack to maintain the altitude is actually causing us to have more drag, which is slowing us down even further. I don't know if we're going to have enough juice to overcome this. We'll see. Are we going in the right direction? We're going west, technically even, yeah. Maybe we should have gone to 34. Can I interest you in some AOA? It's ISA minus 1C, so we're got that going for us. We might be all right. 2.5, 7.5 degrees nose up. Scary. I don't know if she's got enough juice to get us out of here. No, we would not be able to hit 37. I think we would be out of it completely. Yeah, contrail's a high altitude, and it sounds loud at high altitude. Let's come over here. Synchrophase on, auto feathers off. When do you use the main pumps? Should they be on? Or in standby? I don't know. I gotta look at manual. We're not overweight. Right now, I wonder if it says updated. We're 11. I think we're 11,166 right now. We're slowly increasing speed. I'll try this at home. Squeak a little torque out of it. $19.35 on the props. All right. Temps are off. See if I can get a little bit more torque out of it. Temp out here at 68 torque. How long can you run it in the amber? 30 minutes? I'm gonna run it hot just to see if we can get this AOA down a little bit. Learjet or this? Ooh. Two totally different schools of thought, man. That's a tough one to have, Apollo. The Learjet doesn't have the sounds. Like, we need, if we had a Boris Learjet sound pack, then it'd be a little bit more equal of a fight. But this one is also suffering from that friction bug, which I also think is going to be fixed tomorrow. So I don't know. It's a tough call, man. You want a prop or you want a jet? The Learjet is literally flying a fighter, man. You're flying a fighter. You're on your edge of the seat. Your edge of the seat, every approach you do, you don't know if you're going to stall or overspeed the thing. It's a beast. This is more docile, a little bit more docile, but it has a better sound pack. Textures are a little bit better. The textures, they're not. They're not bad. There's really nothing wrong with them. Some lighting conditions makes them look a little bit washed out, I think. That also might be a 24 thing. But I think it's a probably slightly better textures than the Learjet. P-180 or Turbine Duke? Turbine Duke. Turbine Duke. Nothing, I don't think anything competes with the Turbine Duke or with the Dukes in general. The Dukes are to flight sim as what Fenix is to tube liners. The Dukes are incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. When you're at the real sim, do you get any flashes to when you're flight simming at the office? Sometimes. Sometimes I think about frame rates. I'm like, I don't have really good FPS. I'm flying into Miami at sunset with all the lights on. Comanche. No, Luke. Comanche's dead to me. Single engine, meh. Gotta go Duke. All right, we're starting to catch up here. Tassin out 303. Let's see if we can pull the props back a hair more. $1,900. We're getting there. We're fighting a little bit of a crosswind. Wait, what? What is that? 98? Yeah, 98 knots from the right. Jeez. Ground speed 314. See, Turbine Duke would outclimb this thing in a heartbeat. But the Turbine Duke can only go up to what, 30? 31? I beat you to the last destination in the Americas tour. That's true. The twin Comanche is cool. I flew one. Yeah, see, Luke, we need the twin Comanche. We need the twin Comanche. Fokker F-28 or BAE-146? Man, that's just, well, BAE-146 or RJ-85? The BAE-146 and the Fokker are very similar in terms of workload. There's a lot to do in both airplanes. A whole lot of workload. F-28, you've got no FMS, so you're working a lot. Just depends on how much workload you want. I personally enjoy the F-28. Sounds better. It's just a louder, less efficient engine. The BAE-146, they whisper jet for a reason, right? So it's quiet. It sounds good. It sounds super realistic, but I wouldn't say the 146 is inherently a good sounding airplane. F-28 on the other hand, pretty sweet. Mr. Saturday, it's supposedly on, I don't even know if it's been drafted up, but apparently Black Square has said that he intends to bring both the Caravan and the King Air to standalone levels. That will be the day, man. Can you imagine a Duke turbine King Air? Same fidelity from scratch. Boris Audio Works sounds. Be awesome. Apparently it's in the plan. Last time you streamed the F-28, I lost my hearing. Me too, man. What was it? Texas International Airlines or Texas Custom Livery from Whiskey Throttle? I still want those suckers on 2024. Can't wait to fly F-28 again. Do I own stock in Black Square? I wish I did. I don't even know who runs Black Square, to be honest with you. I know it's published by Just Flight, so I've spoken to Martin and I think it's Martin at Just Flight, through email about stuff when it was getting ready to come out for the Duke and whatnot, but I don't think I ever spoke directly with the gentleman who runs Black Square. There is a Starship coming, Avapollo. There is a Starship coming, which, I'm excited for because it's Black Square, obviously, but I would much rather have a King Air, if I'm being honest with you. I think the Starship is going to be very niche. It takes a niche flight simmer to want to fly that. I'd happily pay more than PMDG for a Black Square King Air from the ground up. Same here, man. How do I get the nice planes in 24 if I don't have 2020? The Duke in this one. Thomas Barr. So there is a forum post. There's something online where you can trick the Duke install to a fake community folder. So you have to like make a community folder and then you install it there, and then you can put it in your 2024 community folder. As far as this aircraft is concerned, the only way to purchase it is on Marketplace. So if you don't have 2020, you're not going to be able to purchase it yet. I believe they are working on a 24 version though. Do you think the Lear is niche? Absolutely, man. The Lear is super niche. The Lear is the... Here's the thing with the Lear. The Lear is one of the most challenging, fun planes to fly for me of all airplanes out there. It's top 2 or 3. However, it is quite possibly the #1 worst streaming airplane. The airplane is so hands-on, and you have to pay so much attention to everything that's going on in the jet. It makes it very tough to stream, unless I just sit here and fly and I don't look at the chat box. So that's one of the main reasons you don't see it a whole lot. And number 2, there's a lot of niche bindings that you need to have set up, and since I've switched sims, I don't have any of my bindings set up yet, so I need to get that figured out. ETA 21 minutes to Truckee. Just about ready to pass over the FMG. What was that, Mustang? So we're tassing out 360. Look at our fuel flows. This is what's crazy. So ground speed 364, TAS of 360. We're sipping not even 600 pounds an hour total. We are sipping fuel. And I'm running these engines hard, 817 on the ITT. So that's crazy. 600 pounds an hour fuel flow. That's, I mean, it takes 600 pounds to start the frickin' Learjet. So, that's crazy, man. Great perf. And we're not even at the maximum perf, which would be 41. Worse than the F-28? Yes, because it's faster, Zach. Because the Lear is faster than the F-28, it's harder. The F-28's a close second, though. Very close second. If you could choose one airplane in real life, what would it be? 727. Thrustmaster, yeah, this is 2024. This is 2024, man. All right, Key 6, we'll take it easy, bud. Take it easy, man. All right, what is our plan for Truckee? We are direct Truckee on our flight plan. So let me pull out a chart here. Let's go ahead and go to Navigraph. Let's load up TRK. What do we got today? Truckee Airport informations. 11 or 29. What's the weather? 200 at 22. What? Why did you guys make me come here? Gusting 30, 2 miles pro. Oh my gosh, 2 miles visibility, overcast 4,000. No wonder you guys wanted me to fly here. All right, so what kind of charts do we have for 20? Anything? We have an RNAV 20. Is there a star? No. So we're going to go RNAV 20. Oh boy. Let's go off of Awega. That'll be straight in. We got to load up the box. Probably going to have to start down. RNAV 20. Can take it off of FMG? Sure. We'll execute that. Let's go direct the second FMG. Execute. Execute. It's going to change our course just a hair. All right. So we're going to take it off of FMG. And then we're going to go out here to Awega. FMG, Awega's at 12,000. Let's make Awega a 12. Is it in there? It's 12 or below, so that works. Awega's 12 or below. That looks good. We are 12 miles from TOD. Let's go perf data. Let's see what we got for approach speeds. The weather down there, we gotta look that up again. Is 2 miles. Temperature is 5. And winds are 200 at 20. Right down the pipe. Landing field length 56. The runway is 46.45. Uh-oh. Landing weight, gross weight, max 10.9. Landing at 10.2. Landing factor of 1.25, 1.67. 5,600 feet. We may not be able to land on 20. Might have to divert to Reno. Those are some fluffy clouds. I know, dude. Look, don't they look good, Mr. Martini? One would say they almost look like real life. I don't know if we could stop. It's 4,600 feet, legit. What do they have to 2.9? We have a 90-degree crosswind. No approaches to 2.9. Could do 1.1 RNAV. Direct crosswind. Oh, that's an interesting one. That one has a mandatory hold. We'll go full reverse. We should be able to get her stopped. I think we'll get her stopped. We'll keep our approach plate up. 9,500. What are the mins down at the bottom for us? We're going to be LP, LNAV. We'll be LNAV, so 7120. Are we LP in this? 6780. TOD, here we go. Let's start down. We're going to set 12. VNAV arm. And it's capturing. 12,000 set. VNAV path is armed. Down we go. So we spent literally the whole flight climbing up. That's got to be a perf issue. Got to be. Got to be a perf engine issue here. Checking some work stuff. All right. It can do it? All right. Let's hope. Let's turn up the sounds a little bit. We'll go 50% on the volumes. The barrow in this thing is ridiculous. So, refs, radar min. Wait, it saved it from my last one? That's crazy. Barrow min is going to be LP. I don't think we can reach that with this performance. Let's call it 6,800. So refs. It's going to be a long spin here to 6,000. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Can I hold it? Jeez. Oh, geez, watch the speed there. Oh, about to overspeed. Good thing you don't have to worry about shock cooling. Just rip those engines back. No, come back, refs. Dun, 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 dun. Don't mind me as we spin this up for 55 minutes. Take it easy, Tyson. We'll see you, bud. Yeah, we're cooking now. Ground speed 450. All right, 6780. No. Almost there. 6780 set. Jeez. All right, 6780 is set. VAP 126, 116. We're gonna send those over. Should be 127, 117. Those are now set. Take a look. 127, 117. Barrow is 6780. That checks. Climb out speeds look good. We'll get rid of all you. We'll get rid of you refs. We'll put regular radar on this one just in case we start seeing anything. We got terrain radar up over here on the right for now. Down we go at a 28,000 feet. We are cooking. We are cooking. Landing altitude, I don't know, probably 2,000 something. Is that a little bit of a wing flex I see there? That looks good. Beautiful model, man. The model is really nice. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, to have such a unique looking aircraft, you've got to nail the model, or else people are going to just not enjoy it. They nailed the model on this. Ailerons into the wind, good to see you. Such a beauty, such a quirky beauty of an aircraft. It is, man. Quirky and beautiful. I've come to enjoy it. She's a beautiful bird, man, in her own way. Kind of want to run the sim time forward a little bit more. So we can get some night lighting. Ambiances. That changes the weather, though. That's the other thing. So we're not real weather anymore. I don't know what it does when you fast forward the sim. I don't think it takes forward weather. I don't know what it does. At the max landing weight 4,000, pressure altitude, full flap, 0 wind, and reverse, you need 3,000, excluding obstacle and factor. Check. We'll put her down and get her stopped, my man. Wow, we're going through a layer? What's this? It's like, oh, it's some weather reloading in. It's a weird illusion going on here tonight. I kind of wish there was a way to decouple time of day. Yes, I know. I know, man. Landing altitude is 5893, not 2,000. 5893? So it's only 1,000? Oh, that would make sense. 1,000 foot above the ground. Yeah, 882. Close enough, thrust set. Close enough, man. 2,000? 6,000? About the same. That is Tahoe, man. Tahoe right off the wing there. I think, right? No, it's not. Tahoe's coming up. We're not quite over Tahoe. We are over some other lake north of Reno, whatever this is. We're about to go right over the top of Reno. FMG VOR. Reno's gonna be right here. There's Tahoe on the horizon. Bring those props back in here. I would like to see the Airbus family flight reproduced in 24. The Airbus family flight. Airbus family flight? No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. Pyramid Lake. There she goes. All right, 20.5 FMG. We can cross over 12,000 foot here. What do we got? NCT. Who's that? 3395. What do they want? Who's NCT? North Central Texas. Approach, good evening, Piaggio. 357 Bravo Sierra, 19.5, descending 12,000. We have the weather and NOTAMs at Truckee.
November 357 Bravo Sierra, NorCal approach, altimeter 3004, squawk 4123, and say the approach request.
Squawk 4123, request the RNAV 20 off of Fox Mike Golf for 7 Bravo Sierra. 4123.
357 Bravo Sierra, roger. At Mustang, cleared RNAV, runway 20, Truckee.
All right, at Mustang, cleared RNAV 20 for Truckee for November 357 Bravo Sierra. NorCal approach.
November 357 Bravo Sierra, your radar contact 12 miles north of Mustang.
That's us, 7 Bravo Sierra. All right.
United 1691, Oakland's offline for exchange crew. Good afternoon, sir.
Ready for our checks, 18,000. Magic Barrel Ref 3015 is set. Start pulling back some of that power there. Start getting us close to 250 as we rip in here. Oh, that looks beautiful.
795, Oakland's offline for exchange crew. Good afternoon, sir.
That's me clicking on my other monitor. I got to turn down the D-pilot a tad. All right. NorCal approach. I like North Central Texas better.
Southwest 928, Oakland's offline for exchange crew, sir. Good night.
Good night mode on this approach plate here. See, I wish I could turn this. I need to angle it a little bit more towards me. It's a little bit too angled away from me. Lone Star approach. Yeah, thumper. I love it, man. Oh, we are going to do a replay on this one. Let me get flight recorder up and running. They renamed it because training or foreign carriers were confusing rejoin the approach with regional approach.
Push your discretion, Hawk taxi spot 2.
That's why they changed it. Alright, coming in here. FMG VOR inbound, we are cleared approach. So technically, can we arm it from here for our RNAV? Glide path is armed. 12,000 AGA. PT is not required, not authorized on FMG arrival of radial 218 clockwise to 232. So we're going to be... We don't have to do procedure turn. We can turn right inbound. So we're going to keep slowing up. Oh, look at this. Real METAR Truckee 218 gusts 282 miles blowing snow. Well, that's so the problem, direct enter is we fast forwarded the sim, and I'm going to fast forward a little bit more too, because I want to be landing pretty much nighttime, just prior to night for cinematic effects. Oh, but that's going to change the weather. This is the problem when you start messing with the freaking time. You got to get that fixed. All right, I'm going to bring some more power back. So idle stop. Since we are, what, like 6,000 field elevation, synchro phasers, auto feathers are armed. Up to 1900, 226 descending down. Let me do a Magic Barrel Ref update because it changes things here. Your lighting controls for the screens, background lighting, we have lamp brightness, cabin lights, cockpit light. We'll turn that on for now. Let's go recogs, fastest seatbelt, and wing lights. We'll turn them all on.
Yeah, United 1095 to 42.8 connect for United 1095.
I want to try to get down to about 180 here on this turn. Good evening, Richard. Yeah, current time is so mid, dude. It's middle of the day right now in Reno. Literally, I think it's like 12 noon, isn't it? 3 hours off. All right, we're leveling at 12. FAP altitude is gonna be Lumo 9,500. Let's keep going down. And actually, what? Yeah, Ago's at 12. OTC. I'm gonna set 9,500. And as soon as we make the turn here, or start to, I'm gonna... Actually, we'll keep coming back. Let's go 160 now. Here comes flaps mid. Flaps are super mid. Here we go. So you'll see here come the primary wing and our forward wing flaps. All right, forward wing props are up. A little bit slower than I wanted for that. I want to be about 160 there. If you go one day into the future, it will use current live weather, and you can change the time to your liking. What? If you go one day into the future, I'm gonna have to try that. Thanks, man. Do the Airbus joystick in real life lose grip easy, like uncomfortable? No. What do you mean? Nah, man, they're great. I mean, like, are they? You like they're too slippery? No, but they are wonderfully modeled side sticks. All right, so actually our glide path is armed, so we should cap it here without having to vertical speed it. We'll see what happens. Recording is on.
357 Bravo Sierra, you're no traffic observed between you and the Truckee airport. Report IFR cancellation in the air, on the ground on, I guess, 1228. And your frequency change is very sorry. Have a good one.
Over 2028, thanks for the ATC for us. I'm Rob's here. All right, 2028 is up. I wonder if it will only glide path after we hit the FAP. Heading selected. A little bit fast, correcting. Let's bring our cams up. Yeah, slippery? Nah, they're not slippery at all, man. Wow, this is beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at that. Come on now, that looks insanely awesome right there. The sky's on fire, man. Orange sim. It's called sunset, AJ. You probably don't have that up north where you are. It's just called gray. Every day is gray and cold and snowy up where you are. I'm going to keep running the altitude down so we don't cap. Minimum is 6780. We'll set the autopilot altitude 6700 as a reminder. I'm going to hand fly it here soon anyway, but this is a good test for the sim, or good test for the airplane. Those marker beacons? What's beeping? That's a strange noise. Marker beacon, maybe? Fasten seatbelt sign is on. It's not nav 1 or nav 2. Gear warning? That's a gear warning? Well, we don't need the gear yet. Where's the gear silence? Oh, I guess we'll lower the gear. Yeah, it's a gear warning. Landing lights coming out. We're flaps mid, though, so I don't know why we can't. Autopilot's coming off. Oh, it just captured the glide path. I should have kept it on there. We'll hand fly it. Where's the runway? Is this offset? Yes, it is. Oh, this is incredible. Let's see where the runway pappies are. I wonder if we should land with flaps mid in these winds, or do you only go flaps full? Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen the sim this orange. Look at that sunset. That is why I fly in 2024. Come on, chat. Come on. Nabil. Where's my Nabil at? That is insane. Yeah, I would say flaps mid too, Zach, but we also have to stop. Oh, but here's the thing. Our winds I don't think are matching, though. We have more of a crosswind because we don't have real weather right now. Look at the windmills on the horizon. Oh, my goodness. Why haven't we flown in here more? We need to fly in here more. Flaps down. Let's go flight director off. Yaw damps away. Why have we not flown in here more? We are stopping here in the Duke on our Duke tour. We're bringing the Duke in here. Minimums, runway in sight, landing. This is whoever suggested Truckee. Awesome. Awesome suggestion there. Alright, let's not float it. I have a floaty problem. It's not gonna flare, you're just gonna drive it all the way down and then just a little bit of a rest of the descent. And then she will magnetize. A little choppy. House right on the final. That's not there. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Steer. Steer TO. Jeez. My Prosecco spilled. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my new favorite airport in Microsoft Flight Sim. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Ground idle is set as we clear. Let's go ahead and get these off. Hydraulic stays on. We'll go taxi. Window heats are coming off. Those come off. Auto feather. Ah, wrong button. I'm gonna have to adjust my. I need to bind the auto feather. Ran out of juice. stop the recording there. Had the recording going. Need to see the landing rate on the replay? Oof. I don't know what I mean, we know, so the good thing is we know that magnetism of the landing gear is going to be fixed tomorrow. So that's promising. I'm going to have to try this, I'm going to have to try it out right after it gets updated. Remember to collect the pizza from the floor. We'll go flaps. Is it mid or all the way up? We'll go flaps all the way up because maybe it'll snow. Who knows? Flaps all the way up. Is our wing going to clear these massive buildings here? Yeah, we're good. I guess since we're flying corporate, we'll go straight to the car. We'll get in our Ferrari. Shut it down there. Squirrely on the ground? Yeah, they are aware of that. They're aware of all that. That's for changing it for 24. We're hoping we see that fixed tomorrow. I mean, it's hydraulic steering. I was going to say it taxis like it's boosted. And it is. It's a hydraulic steering. I think I have to do North Cape to Sicily in Europe with one of the Cows planes. Nice. So if we ever hit 50K subs, we're going to go back to Europe and we're going to do an Italy tour in the Piaggio. How cool is that? Tomorrow Sim Update 1? Really? Is that confirmed? Hold on. Let me introduce you to beta transition sounds. Golly. Let's park right here next to our vehicle. All right, brakes are set. I don't know if we should shut it down, though, for replay, because I want to watch that whole replay. So we're going to go into replay cam. We need to wind the sim time back like 7 minutes or so, because that was incredible. And I have no idea how this airplane is going to handle in replay. So let's find out together. Replay is... Let me disconnect the yoke. Disconnect the yoke. And replay's up. Play! It's going to run it forward a ways. We'll watch a touchdown one, and then I'll let you guys have one long replay with the sunset like this. Oh, man. Maybe I should have turned the lights back on. Nope, lights came back on too. Nice. All right, so far replay compatible. Look at this juice. What are the suspicious SUVs in Colombia called again? I don't know what you're talking about. Will H, if you taxi with both engines at ground idle, it should be just fine. And you just control beta. If you're in the beta range and you just feather the beta, plenty good. Make sure you're at ground idle, not flight idle. So let's see here. We'll be able to see on replay what this magnetism looks like. Just holding it. Golly. Let me start G's. I'm kind of scared. Yeah, the canards have... The canards? They're not canards. Who said that? Just said those are not canards. Forward wings. G says... 111. Alright, take that. 111. Alright. I'm going to let y'all have one full replay. Right about here as we break out. Enjoy the replay. Sales coming up. Yes, it is. Kind of annoying to listen to that clacker. So, I don't know how much longer it's going to trim. Hopefully not much longer. All right, y'all. That's going to wrap us up for today. Super fun flying, though. Haven't flown this airplane before on the sim. Haven't gone to Truckee before on the sim. Oh, we're getting... Look, our windows are icing up. Gotta get our ice on here. Ice is coming on. Gear is down. I don't know when we will fly next. If it's tomorrow, then you know I'll be here for the rest of the week. If it's not tomorrow, I won't be here for a couple of days. So we'll see what happens with some real world work stuff. So that was fun. Shout out Boris Audio Works, Flight FX, man. I look forward to see what this airplane brings in the future. That trim just like stuck on. It's kind of cool. But we're definitely gonna have to throw this plane into our rotation. So I had a lot of fun with it. All right. Thank you for the support, the super chats. Thank you for hitting the like button for me. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out if you haven't hit it out. If you haven't hit the like button already. And I will catch y'all in a couple days, most likely. Who knows? Maybe the 350 will be out by the time I get back. I have no idea. All right. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm V1. See you in chat. Soup!